Beard had Love Island on the other day, right? And was on the phone to a mate, like fucking FaceTime and a mate like that, and kept watching Love Island. And she just cheered me and looked up, and I'm crying at Love Island. She was like, nothing's even happened. And I was just like, it was just cute wearing it. And she was like, lad, you've got issues, you know.
Gay.
I know.
That's gay.
Lad, listen, a man knows what a man wants. Leave it there.
Hello, welcome back, episode
20
of the What's Happening podcast. I've been getting the numbers wrong, I've lost count. But, as always, we're sponsored by Orange County CBD. Put it on the screen now. Use code Happenin25 as well, you get 25% off all of your orders, whether it be your CBD oils, your vape liquids, your jellies, anything you want CBD related. Code Happenin25, 25% off.
You mail order brides.
And we're also sponsored by T-Trade. As you know by now, T-Trade is a crypto company. It's none of this Forex, black shite, you know what I mean?
None of that.
Basically, it's a girl who runs the company and she helps you earn major dollar and live on yachts. So why not? Just go in the link in our link tree and earn major dough.
It'll be in the bio as well. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
And today, we are joined by, introduce yourself.
Nice one. So yeah, I'm James, Gary's neighbour.
He stalks not all the time.
Out the window as soon as that takeaway man's there.
Swear down, lad, right?
That's why I'm the half an hour then.
Yeah.
I don't like the other day, right? I was fucking putting the bins out the other day, right? And I like channel me in a fucking Kung Fu Panda when I'm putting the bins out, right?
No,
lads, don't like listen to this. I'm not even messing, right?
Like that with the recycling bin.
No, because the bins are full of fucking malaria and everything, right? I've refused to touch them, so like I open the bin and then when I put the bins in, I like volley it shut, like so I volley it, so like it hits the fence and the flap comes down, or like I do a little like side spinner kick and all that. Yeah. And the other day, lad, I was volleying it right, and the bin weren't moving at all. Right, the lid was just staying up, and I was kicking it for ages, and it wouldn't go down. So I just put the lid down, and as soon as I walked in the house, I just went, bet you James was watching me out that window, lad. And in 30 seconds, I just got a fucking slid into me DMs and was like, hey, that
bin's had you off, you know.
That bin fucking 1-0'd you there, lad. And I was just
10-9
like,
now to the bin.
You're thinking that he's just stood up volleying this kit. I kid you not, this man is faced away from it, leant on the ground and booting it as like a back.
Proper sweeping kick.
Scorpion kick the fuck out of his chin, lad.
He went to walk off.
Lad, that talking, lad, in our garden, lad, I swear.
Yeah. That's fucking funny, yeah. Hey, so James, before we get into it, now we've always got a little bit of a formality. You want people who are watching to get to know the people who've got on the podcast a little bit. So, like, what you do, like Gary said, it's something to do with, like, is it, like...
Apart from touching kids, what you do?
Yeah, apart
in your spare time, what you do?
Yeah. So I'm a digital marketer for a marketing agency, so we work on, you know, brands, clients, social media, websites, stuff like that.
What's the most interesting brand you've worked with, do you reckon?
Panorama Kitchens.
So not an interesting then? How long have you been doing that for?
Coming up to 2 years now.
That's fucking sick. Nice. The reason James is with us today anyway, we've been looking at mixing the podcast up a little bit. Obviously, we've got like the main four that we usually but Bobby's gone to a theatre today.
Yeah. A theatre?
Yeah,
just screams non-stop.
Yeah, he's a homosexual. He's gone with his beard.
He's gone to try and get that fucking mole removed, lad, hasn't he? Oh my God.
Gonna take a few weeks, that lad.
That's
so heavy. That's a heavy acre of a mole, lad, isn't it?
Lad, swear down, lad.
I love you, Bobby.
Oh, we love you. We love you for just wearing long sleeves.
It's got the biggest circumference in Stone Circle, you think? That's a fucking mole.
But yeah, so I mean, like, because like, so we were just dead lazy and didn't saw us a guest out, and we were like, who have you got today? And we were like, I was like, Gary, do you know anyone who'll come on? And he was like, me neighbour. I was like, done. I was like,
imagine I brought fucking what's his face next door, the half fella, what's his name?
Tony,
there's an half fella. Got the wrong neighbour. 200, imagine bringing him. Tony was.
So I was thinking one day, who's this texting me?
Yeah, while Danny's occupied, Jay, what made you get into digital marketing then? What made you start there?
Probably gaming. So I do a live streaming. Well, I did anyway before I stopped last year. And obviously, when you do live streaming, it's about obviously who's watching you, how you can engage.
You've got to market your
yourself,
podcast,
to be fair. Why
do
people listen to you? Do you know what I mean? And you can't be doing the same shit constantly where most streamers do. And obviously in COVID, it kind of blew up quite a lot, so it was easier to gain a following. And then I come out of university and I was like, what do I do? So I did business and marketing, same year.
Same building.
So I was like, what do I do with this? And obviously there was no jobs going. It's a saturated market.
Yeah.
And then luckily enough, I kept applying and applying. They were asking for so much experience. And then me mum was like, oh, there's a guy doing my website. He's actually after a digital marketer. Do you want to go for it? And I went, no, I don't want to do marketing. And then I was sat there one night streaming, I was editing my clips, and I was like, I actually would be good at this.
Yeah.
So, I asked her for the application, signed up, and then he rejected me.
Your mum blanked me DM once, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mum didn't pay him. I was like, nah, screw you.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing though, when like you're trying to get a job and like your ma's one of his clients, mate. Because if your ma fucking has his cacks off, like you're first.
Awkward one. Awkward one.
So I went for the interview, and then went for another interview afterwards, and then he phoned me 2 days later. And was like, I'll have some feedback. Don't worry if you don't hear from me in like the next week. We're just busy. So I went sound, and then he emailed me and said, I just don't think it's what you want to do after the conversations we had. I thought it went swell. I was like, I
thought it went swing.
I'm old at this point.
Job in the bag.
21.
You're 21. What you fucking? How do you know what you want to do at 21? I want to be out fucking snorting loads of bugle with brasses everywhere. That's what I'm not going to say that on job interview, am I? Do you know what I mean?
That's what I was doing at 21.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Why do you want to work here? Why do you want to work here? I just want to watch pure blueies all day and get paid for it. Do you know what I mean? All
That
the
is my
chippies
dream job.
of brasses arseholes and everything.
Gosh.
Nah, I love it. But no, literally he emailed me 2-3 days later it was, and went, I think you want to go down a different path. I don't think it's what you want to do. And then I emailed him back and went, respectfully, I disagree. This is something that I want to do and I'll be good at. And then he hired me there and then.
That's nice, that's all, because a lot of people would have took that rejection and just went, nah,
Got
but
off.
it's good that you
A
had
lot
the
of people
nerve to
doing
not
it,
answer them
yeah.
back, but like sort of like,
Well,
back a little bit.
100%. What I was talking on the way picking news up, I was talking to Gary, and he's on about obviously his new job, and I said I've been headhunted from LinkedIn. This recruitment agency's come out and said we think your CV will be decent for
That's
this
what
job.
happened with my job as well. Yeah.
So
I got
they
scouted,
reached out and I was like, what's the company? Who's it for? And they were like, we can't disclose the company.
Avon. Just going round on a voice scooter with
Gotta
Avon.
be a good marketer for Avon, like,
No,
do you know what I mean?
100%.
Gotta market yourself.
So
Some
yeah,
birds by me Mars with fat Avon rounds though, lad.
Yeah, that's it.
Swear, lad.
I swear down, my sister done it once.
Balenciagas off Avon and everything.
Super 30
Yeah.
on foundation and lip gloss.
Moncler gear and all that. What fucking Avon graph, lad.
Black clear.
So, being a little fucking tight ass knobhead, right? So I was talking to him a few weeks back and I was like, listen, I want it with comedy and I want to try and grow a following online and gain a following, and I knew that was his little forte and all that. So I was like, any chance you can have a little look? So he was like, yeah, I'll have a little look at my spare time. I'll glance at your social media, lad. He sent me like a 7-page fucking report.
I've done that.
Lad, and we're just like,
Yeah.
change this, change that. And lad, there was some good information on there. And I was like, you know, I didn't realise there was that much to it. Like, I just look at the likes of Instagram and go, yeah, I just fucking post. Like, it's mad how deep you've got to dive into it.
That's what I was doing. And then when before, like, cause obviously, like, before Matty and Bobby come on the podcast, and I knew you, but I didn't know you as well as I do now. So I said to Bobby, like, before we get it all going, I want to go out with just me and Matty, have a scran and just get to know him a little bit better.
Yeah.
And the way you explained it to me, it made perfect sense. He was like, you've got to look at your social medias as though it's a shop. He went, say you own a shop, you want people to walk in and go, I like that, I like that, I like that, I'm buying that, I'm buying that, I'm buying that. He went, so you've got to make sure as soon as they go on your page, straight away that you want to look at. Wants.
Do you know what I mean?
Even that, but even like the simplest of stuff as well, because I do agree with that point. You want to make it as smooth
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah.
for someone
Can't be
coming
having
in
posts that
to
don't mean
find
anything all
stuff.
over the
So I
gaff
was
and that.
going to him, it was like in your link tree, for instance, you've got a tab there that's taking up space that says Instagram. They're already on Instagram. You don't need that. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then he had links to the podcast, and I think your last pod, what did I say, 2-3 weeks old?
Yeah.
Something like that. When you've got a link to your podcast as a first one, and then what you want them to go to is your other social medias, TikTok, Facebook, stuff like that. When you've got 3-week-old content there, and you post them more on your Facebook, swap them round.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
they're not
There's a lot of framework
like
behind it, lad.
I wouldn't even think of that, me, you know, like that's just shit where the way I looked at it, like when I made the links again, I was like, well, that's there, done that. I would never even thought to
you know what?
update
I'm the
it.
same.
It's
It's
nice
the
and that
tick
as
box
well.
exercise feels like, right,
Yeah.
some people are saying you need a link tree, sound I've got one, and I literally had about 17 links. Like, I have my shopping list on there.
Nah, yeah, you need to keep it short and
It was
sweet.
berserk, yeah.
What you got to do
even
is
your
take
socials
yourself
and that.
out of it. So you're looking at your own social media. Don't
Look at it for somebody else's.
look at it as
Yeah.
you're judging Matty's or you're
Yeah.
judging
Yeah,
Gary's social
yeah,
media.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's actually yours. What
Yeah.
don't you like? What do you like?
Yeah.
It's harder.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
hard.
good
It's
one.
easier to say than do.
Yeah.
But when you get into a habit of doing it, so after he did it, my cousin's bird down in Leicester reached out and she owns a logistics company.
Yeah.
And it was literally like a week later and she had asked for some social media help because she was stumped on how to do content. So I was like, sound, let's do it. And again, I sent like, I think hers was longer than yours.
Yeah.
Up like 10 pages. And she was like, but I didn't even think of that stuff. So you've literally got to Just take yourself out of it.
But sometimes you have tunnel vision, don't you? And like as you said, you're looking at your own social media. Like with anything in life, like I always get told I'm good at giving advice to people, but I'm fucking shit at taking my own advice. I can't do it. Like I sit there and I'll be like a fucking full-on prophet and tell people how to live their life, and then I'm making them mistakes. I'm like, what are you doing, lad?
It's because when it's somebody else, you're not like when it's yourself. You give. I know I do. I give myself too much leeway.
Yeah.
But when it's
like what Jay said, then you've got to look at it from someone else's point of view.
I am the dog's bollocks at giving relationship advice, right? But I'm the worst fella in the world. Me bed hates me. I just ignore it all the time and everything. I'm like, I'm a fucking knobhead, you know what I mean? I'm like, why can't I just take my own advice? I know what fucking I should be doing, but I'm just like, whatever.
Innit? People don't have kids, and now you've got.
I've got 4 kids in ours, lad. Don't have kids, don't have takeaways, and then there's me with fucking 4 kids.
Got his own orphanage.
Yeah, I have, lad. He's got 3 black kids in ours as well. It's mad, lad.
Came from fucking Rwanda.
Don't say that. That's speaking me to lad. Fuck me.
That new Brexit law's got fucking Gary's egg gone. Gary's sweat.
Remember that fucking visit Rwanda shout, and I thought it was Black Panther laugh.
I was going, this Wakanda a real place. I was like, it's not even the same.
Gary's like that.
Hey, seen that's coming out fucking.
It looks sick.
What's it called?
It looks sick. Black Panther.
Yeah, but what's Wakanda Forever?
Then that's to be a prequel because he can't make a fucking sequel. He's dead, isn't he?
No, I know.
No, so
but
taxidermy job, innit?
Remember that in a fucking Mogwai, the bad taxidermy book? Remember that was just little cats like that.
That was so funny, that.
Oh, what was it? What
the
was
Wish
his name?
fucking
John Michael Boswick or something.
Something like that.
I don't know his name. Who's Michael Boswick?
His name's just dead.
They're just making names up here, innit?
What was his name? I think it was it Chadwick Michael?
I think it was J.K. Rowling.
And he on fucking ground force.
So, because with you doing what you're doing, I remember this is a couple of months ago now. We got in touch with like a social media manager, and she basically takes on clients, but obviously like she was charging a fortune, and for what she was doing, Matty does that. Matty's got a degree in doing that, so he was like, well, for what she's saying that we need to do, she's told that we
you need time for all that, like that, the thinking time, like do, because as you're posting like a split second, but you got there's a lot of thinking to it.
Like, so
you know what I mean?
Would you ever do like freelancing work? So like, say for example, we wanted a social media manager. Would you have your time around your job to do that for other people?
This is how to promote yourself.
Yeah, you can make a wedge doing that if you were to put your time into that.
Like, my evenings are free now, so I've swapped going to the gym from the evening to the morning.
Yeah, all the time I watch him.
I do. And you called me the perv.
Listen, I'll own it. All right. I love watching fellas wank. I went to an all boys school, by the way, right? And like I always talk about this. I've probably seen more dicks than the average bear. Like
the average bear.
Honestly, right? I don't know why it was a normal thing, but like in school, the lads used to get the fucking pipes out all the time. We had this kid in school, right, who had the biggest sword ever. Like, sorry for fucking the segue, yeah. But he had the biggest sword. He was like 14, 19 years of age, and he had like a 9-inch sword, and it was dead fat and dark and everything. It had proper character to it.
The way they had to say dark.
Oh, I swear down, lad, right?
Its own accent.
Yeah, it was Mediterranean, lad. Had a little muzzy and everything. And in fucking in Woodtech, lad, we used to wear these little pennies and all that, and he used to get it out under the pennies, and like he'd drop his pencil on the floor and be like, I've done my back end, can you pick it up? And like one of the lads go to pick it up, and he just cock slapped him with it and everything, lad. It was hilarious, lad. But the best one, like, remember in school you used to have like your ma shout and all that, so just like Donny and all that, just shouting ma's names everywhere. He got his dick out one day in class, right, and just writ Donny on his dick, like one of the lads' ma's, and he was like showing it to the lad like that, and he got a fountain pen. This kid just went fuck off, stabbed him round his dick, lad. Ink poison on his fucking Joey.
I remember like, back in the day.
Carlene and
back in the day when I was in school.
Have your little West Harvey slag. He used to bum your head in all the time.
Like back in the day in school, me and his other was mates in school. I don't even know if he watched, but he probably doesn't. Jack Nicholson, if you are watching. Hello. Me and him, we were proper little dickheads in school. We were them kids in year 7 who'd whine year 11 when they wanted to punch our heads in, and then we'd just leg it and get chases off them.
Get off on your heelys.
Like we used to get them biro pens that were dead straight, and you could take all the insides out, and we'd get like spitballs.
Little pea shooters.
I used to do that, yeah.
There was this kid in my year in school.
Shooting people.
There was this kid in my year in school called, I think his name was Scott. And he was from
Tory name Scott, you know.
From St Helens, like, and his half fella used to drive the 10A. So we used to get
Proper St. Helens.
Lad,
The drive, the 10A down.
We used to get the fucking
That's the only transport in St. Helens, isn't it?
Listen,
Just
lad,
the 10A bus.
Just the
all
10A
in
and the
that.
pedalers with one wheel. Lad, he used to get the fucking back lift out of one. There was one day in English, I had my little pea shooter. And it turned, yeah, we used to decorate them and everything. Lad, we used to
You're planning
like,
remember on the first week in school, you used to like get wallpaper and cover your books and all
we
that?
used to put fucking lassie bands on and we colour them in and that. And I turned around one day in the middle of English and went, Scott. And he went, what? And it went right in the script.
Nah.
It got stuck in his throat. He was going, ha, ha. And his face went blue and he fell off his chair and he was going, get up, man, get up, man, let's go,
What did you spit him? Like an A3 piece of paper?
You get a little bit of paper, get it now, get it soaking, and then just go, and we used to just eat, and lad, it just stick. Didn't you ever splat on your
Didn't you
throat?
ever used to do blue tack on someone's hair? And then the kid would come in the next day with a skinhead? Because the blue tack got stuck in his mouth. The amount of kids.
We used to get Hubba Bubbas and chew them up and then put them on chairs and people would sit in them.
Watermelon flavour, remember that?
Oh, lad, power.
Lad talking about people's hair, right? Oh, this is heavy, you know, right?
Jake Goody.
Yeah. Yes, proper swimming cap everywhere. No, lad, right?
Proper kneecap in. Walking around looking like a Nivea roller. Walking like an anti-pacement.
Oh my god.
Sweating like it.
Fucking rhythm is a dancer everywhere, lad. But lad, no, right, my car was in the garage, right?
Oh, it was horrible.
My car was in the garage.
I loved every second.
I had to get the bus to pick my car up, right? And I hadn't been on the fucking peasant wagon for years, right? So I weren't used to it. It was a fucking army comfort zone and all that. I was like shaking and everything, having palpitations. And there was this woman with this big fucking frizzy bob in front of me, like proper bad barnet, right? And I had like a bit of a tickly throat, and I just went like that, and lad, this biggest fucking slug flew out of my grid and just landed on the back of her head, and I was just like, the fella next to me seeing it, and I just went, lad, I've got to get off this pussy, you know? I was like, ding, ding,
You can't announce it, by the
Lad,
way, I'd by accident.
Lad got off in the middle of Un's Cross. I was like nowhere near ours or anything. I was just like, I'm getting off this bus. Ran out though. I was, oh lad, it was pure like thick and everything. You know, like, you know when you've got, like, got a cold and you've got that dead like thick lime green fucking snot. It was just hanging on. It was hanging on the back of her head. Yeah, I was like that. Oh, see you later. Toxic waste in a day.
I told once, right? And lads, it was the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen. And she flipped out. It was one of my ex-birds, right? We were getting ready to go on a night out. We were in ours. And she was, I don't know what she was doing. I was having a piss anyway.
Fingering herself.
She was using the sink next to me. And like, I don't know why this one time, rather than just like shake me dick, I just went and got an helicopter me dick, right? And she just got a shower.
Like a dog out of the fucking pond like that.
She just went up her arm. And she just went, what the fuck are you doing? And I looked and there was just green piss going down.
What have you been drinking? Green piss?
What are you drinking, lad? I don't know.
Danny had a diet of Monster Energy.
Living off his Monster Energy and Polly ones, lad. That's what it was.
Mikey off Monsters Inc. coming out of your dick, lad.
Fucking Wazowski every year.
Lad, have I ever told you this story about when Lennon was born? So Lennon, the 5-year-old, right, he was born fully enclosed in his amniotic sac, right? It's like 1 in 80,000 kids are born fully enclosed in his fucking amniotic sac. So it was like a little alien. He come out on the bed, right, in this little fucking sack of water and all that. And the midwife's like, the midwife's like, oh my God, this is very rare and all that. She was like, so he still thinks he's inside the fucking the belly, like, you know what I mean? He's just floating there and that. Remember the little toys, the aliens in the slime? Like one of them lads, right? And the midwife was like, oh, would you like the honour of breaking the waters? And I was like, fuck yes. So she gave me this like little plastic hook, right? Like the Egyptians used to put up the nose and all that to take the brain out. I was like, yeah, get on this. So I went like that, quite tough, and I'm like pushing, gets in, and I just went, fuck off, and it just went, right up right. All this amniotic fluid.
What did it smell like?
Oh, lad, all in me muzzy and everything. Lad, it's meant to be the proudest moment of my life. My son's lying there, and I'm just going, I'm just going, I love you, baby. Like that, lad. It fucking stunk. I was like, it's me birds, fucking shit, the baby piss everywhere, lad. And I was just like, I had a white t-shirt on as well, lad. It was pebble dashed with fucking juice everywhere, lad. It was horrible.
I was just pebble dashed and I'll leave home.
Here's a question, because I've always thought people chat shit. You know, do you know when people say watching the kid give birth like the best, or
watching the birth, you know,
watching the birth.
You just outed yourself on
watching
the
the bird give birth to the
Matty
kid.
likes watching kids give birth. Like,
You're the same size
He
as
likes
him.
impregnating him even more.
With the same size, you know, we share the same clothes, it's flying. No, but watching your bird give birth, is it a proud moment or is it proper chat shit?
It's mad because you just see like your
Shit
bird's
and-
arsehole get burst in half and everything. It's mad, like. It's weird, right? No, it's weird, right? Because like coming up to that situation, I was like, right, you see like one born every minute, the fellas are crying and everything. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get emotional. Like I cry at Corrie and everything. Like I cry at the adverts. Like I do, lad. I'm not
John
even messing.
Lewis
Like,
everywhere.
I swear, lad.
That's me a bit, lad.
I'm emotionally unstable with the telly, but what I do, right?
Just the telly. My
Yeah.
phone, I'm sound. My phone, I'm sound.
Telly's not even on.
Not a telly.
It's just the telly, lad.
Too many pixels.
But I try and hide it by doing the fakest laugh ever. So when I start feeling tears coming, I go,
I do that, I probably try and mask it. Every time I get sad, I'll just try and make a joke, and then I'm like, oh, I'm still sad, though.
but like, lad, my beard had Love Island on the other day, right? And was on the phone to a mate, like fucking FaceTime and a mate like that, and kept watching Love Island. And she just cheered me and looked up, and I'm crying at Love Island. She was like, nothing's even happened. And I was just like, oh, it was just cute wearing it. And she was like, lad, you've got issues, you know.
You're gay.
I know.
That's gay.
Lad, listen, a man knows what a man wants. Leave it there.
I like how proud he was of mine. I love
He
that.
said that was his whole
Yeah,
chest.
with confidence.
But lad, no, when the baby come out, right, I was like trying to force tears. Like I'm meant to be crying in this situation here, and I just couldn't cry at all.
I
Like,
don't want to watch it, me, lad.
Ah.
It'd make, like, imagine me trying to shag my beard after that. I'd be like,
to be
probably
fair,
not.
though, right,
Probably leave that now.
credit to me bird, Mel, right, she's had 4 kids, and she is tight as a budgie's arsehole, lad. It's boss, lad, I swear, right. I've got a budgie's claw, and it still touches the sides, lad. It's fucking boss. It is incredible. It goes back to its natural state,
No,
lad.
that
It's
is a mad little
incredible.
phenomenon. Like,
Little
you know what I mean?
Chinese
You
finger
can get
tap box
birth
there,
to a
lad.
kid, but then just goes straight back to 1 millimeter in thickness. A fucking...
Your beard's got a Chinese finger trap box.
Lad, it's
The
incredible.
mother of his children.
That's how you've been with her for so long,
Lad,
innit?
it's
You just
incredible.
couldn't get off.
Oh, that's incredible. It
Chinese
is.
finger trapping that.
Have you never had one of them? No, like, have you never had one of them? Like, so when you're being, like when you're being chatting to a bird, and before you've met them, before you've shagged them, you're both proper chatting filth back and forth on the messages and that, and then you're fucking I've got a story.
Oh, here we go.
Story
Strap
time.
yourselves in, boys.
Strap
Right,
yourselves in.
so I went right, bit of pretext. So I got this babe messaged me, gets chatting to her, and I was like, "Where are you from?" She's like, "Northampton." Now in my head, this is how my logic worked. I thought, right, Southampton is down south. I was thinking, so Northampton.
It's a bit closer.
Yeah, Sheffield at the furthest. So I've booked a train ticket to Northampton. I'm thinking, fucking hell, it's long, man. 3 hours to get to fucking by Leeds or something. Thinking, mad that.
Was this just before maps, by the way? The maps not exist.
What? I didn't think neither.
Danny's
He was ready.
Yeah.
10 minutes into that call, I've booked it, love, don't worry.
Danny's in
I
Lime
thought-
Street with a big A to Z like that.
I thought I had North and Southampton sussed. I was like, don't even get me started on Wolverhampton. How can you be from a wolf? I don't know, bro. I've got North and South sussed out. I know where I'm going.
You've got that box, yeah.
So I said to Bobby, I'm going to Northampton. Oh, what the fuck are you doing going down there? That's like past London. I was like, fuck off, lad. I was like, that's Southampton you're thinking of. I was like, you fool.
You silly sausage.
You're a dickhead,
It turned out as it was past London anyway. And me and this bird have been chatting absolute filth, lad. And I was thinking, this is going to be fucking great, this. So I trekked to a faraway land. I booked a hotel and everything, lad. Meets up with her.
Sounds like the start of Shrek.
Meets up with her. And she was a dragon. Nah, I met
And she
up with
wouldn't
her.
leave me alone.
Lad, I met up with her. Listen, lad, I've never been so underwhelmed in my life.
Really?
Listen, lad.
At what, here or Northampton?
So, lad, no, right, so...
Bit of mixture of both.
Bit of both. Northampton was very underwhelming and it looked a bit stabby.
It went up
Yeah,
north for one.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It
It
was
went
much
up
further,
north.
but like lad,
and
honestly...
she had a face like a
No,
fucking
listen,
bulldog
lad,
chewing a wasp.
listen, lad, she was gorgeous, lad. She was proper nice looking. But then, do you know when, like, have you ever put your dick in a bed and then stayed away and went, oh, for fuck's sake. No, what I mean? It's like,
She's got a cock, what a shame.
No, it's just like,
Fuck's
you
sake.
know when you're being, like, when you're being big
Instant
enough.
regret.
You know when you're being big
Like when you
enough,
lick a battery and you go,
Yeah, like,
but you always go back for seconds.
yeah, because I'm not a fool.
Yeah.
But like, nah, like, it was one of them, like I've been proper, because I'm thinking I'm going to by France. I was like, I'm closer to France than I am to ours.
He took his passport with him.
Lad, I'm on an international I'm on an international voyage.
Got a visa to Northampton.
Know what I mean? And then fucking, like, it was one of them, I was thinking, like, we were getting to it, and then I was thinking, this is going to be great, this. And then it was like throwing a sausage out of a loft hatch. I was just like, I was like, no way. It was like dropping a shoe down a staircase. I was like, for fuck's sake, it was horrible.
Eddie Fortune, right? Eddie Fortune's a comedian, right? He's a gay lad, he's fucking hilarious. I mean, I was gigging with him.
Funny cunt.
I was gigging with him, right? And he was doing a bit of crowd work, and there was this lad in the audience who was straight, but like was flirting with Eddie, like it was bang on, do you know what I mean? And Eddie went to him, I reckon you've got a boss balloon, not you, you know? He went... what did he say? What did he say to me?
Is that what the kids call it these days?
He was like, I reckon you're proper... He said something about him being dead tight, right? He went, mine's ruined. He went, mine's like opening the window and shagging the night.
Shout that.
No, that was what he said as well. He went, it's like an empty headlock. I just had these visions.
Like a headlock of fly.
Like I
had these visions of just like chocolate starfish in my head, like, just like dead open and wide. And,
it's
just fart like that.
Fart sound like babes. That is it. But like it's one of the, but like obviously I'm sure it's the same for birds as well. Like I'm sure like because like you know when you speak to girls about like and you like compare like sexual experiences and that. I don't half feel sorry for some birds. You know,
I feel sorry for birds
some
because
lads are fucking clueless.
Yeah. No, it's not even just about lads being clueless. Like, because fucking dicks are just horrible, aren't they? Like, they're just ugly little bastards, you know what I mean?
Like them witchy grubs these
like,
Fannies don't look that nice, to be fair. Like
nah,
some kebabs.
No, some do. Some look like
majority. Majority look like shit.
We've been through this analogy. Danny's got an analogy for, like, vaginas. Like,
there's
three
like types all come under the umbrella.
There's 3 different shapes, you know what I mean?
I'll paint the picture for you. So, right, there's an umbrella of 3 general types. There's a lovely boss. Then there's one with like a little bit going on and you think, still doable. But then there's ones where you're like, it looks like Mike Tyson's being jabbing a lasagna. And you're like, get that away from get that out of my house.
With knuckle dusters on.
Yeah, it looks like someone's had a game of one bounce with a hand butty. You're like,
You'd actually look at that then and then go, nah, you're alright.
Well, no, I'd never not shag it. But,
yeah, you do one for the team, you know what I mean? Charity can happen at any time.
Like,
charity. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
I'm a bit fussy when it comes to like going down on birds. Like they've either got to be me bird, or they've got to have, or they've got to have a nice box.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You just do it.
Because you just close your eyes. No, you've seen the film Alien.
Stop a minute.
It's selfish.
No, stop a minute. Right? It's like,
you know what I mean?
How dare you, Dan?
Selfish.
No. It's all about like texture and fucking feel, right? Can you imagine trying to neck the back of a sharp AZ? Like there's that many folds and creases, like you don't know where you're going.
I know
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Like
a
sharp
like
necking a bulldog.
Yeah. Just like that. Wow, where am I going? What's going on?
No, but this is what I mean.
Like crystal maze in your bird's dins.
I'll tell you why it's not selfish. Because I'm all about pleasing the woman.
Doesn't seem that way,
you won't go.
Tickling her with 3 of his beard hairs like that.
If there's too much going on,
I thought I had bum fluff, lad.
This isn't even bum fluff, lad. This is just. It's all this is, lad.
We had to shut the curtains. We had to shut the curtains so the breathing blow his muzzy off.
It's just astroturf. This and it's shit. But like, this is the thing. No, like, this is the thing. Like, if it's one of them where it looks like roadkill, I won't know where I'm going.
Lad, you find your way, lad.
The same.
Yeah, you find your way, but if someone said to you, do you want to walk that way on down the main road, or do you want to go through that fucking forest in the dark? You're taking the main road.
If there's no main road, if the main road's closed, lad, I'm going through the forest.
Well, I'm getting a taxi.
It's what the saying goes, and it's not the destination, it's the journey.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
You've got to think about.
But at the same time, no. If a bird was to look at a dick and go, that's horrible, I'm not putting that in my mouth, I'd go, fair enough. I'm just lucky because I've got a very nice penis. I'm gonna But
get out, let's see.
Let me get a little chubby on first. Hold on. But no, honestly, no. It's like, but like, if a bird said to me for whatever reason, I'm not sucking your dick, I'd be like, Sam, whatever. Like, I'm not asked. Like, most of you are shit at it anyway.
Yeah,
like,
most of you are shit at it anyway.
You know what I mean, no?
Lads, give better cheers, so bad.
What do we mate said anyway, you know?
Some lad I know was talking about it the other day, right? And he was just saying, lads, the boss I choose. As long as they've got the muzzy shaved, it's sound.
I suppose lads in general know what, do you know what I mean? We all know what we're looking for in a chew. Suppose lads probably know.
Well, always back to me saying, a man knows what a man wants.
Well, this is the thing though, like, have you ever been with a bird who's been like bisexual?
Yeah.
And they'll say, like, having a girl go down on them.
Have you asked me like with a bird who's bisexual?
Yeah.
You know I am.
Right, so you'll tell you in a minute, but like,
she never watches this show. They never watch this.
You can't hide from the internet, Danny, lad.
Hey, every time I seen her, lad, she had a different colour wig.
Guys, but like every time I've been with a girl, every time I've shagged a bird, how are we? Turn it off. Yeah. Every time I've shagged a bird who's like been with girls, they've always said like having a girl go down on them is one of the best things because they know exactly what to, whereas lads have got to like learn that anatomy.
Yeah, but that's because fucking 90% of lads just think, right, the clit's somewhere in the upper region here. Yeah. Let's just fucking put as much friction on it as possible and just cause pure pain and agony, do you know what I mean? Like birds need skin grafts because fellas have just fucking rubbed pure skin off with the thumb and everything, do you know what I mean?
But so, do you want to tell this one?
Nah, you can tell this one. You can tell this one.
So many moons ago, I was seeing this girl for a bit. She didn't live too far away from me. She actually lives probably perfectly in the middle of where
she does, yeah.
And I've been seeing her for a little bit, nothing too serious, like I was just shagging her and that, like she used to work by hours, so she'd come round on the breaks and that, get shagged and I go back to work, it was sad. And then when there was no one in here,
who says romance was dead?
I'm an old fashioned guy, and so like, it was one of them, it was alright, you know what I mean, it wasn't anything too serious, like, and then I stopped seeing it, and then it was that day when I went out for the scram, and we were walking through town, and we were just we were just talking.
Smells like jizz.
Shall that mic for the grand now? Got those
proper comfort.
Yeah.
But like we were just talking about like, you know, people we've been with, whatever. And I was like, I was seeing this bird for a bit, blah blah blah. And I described it, and then I was like, she gave a heavy chew, you know. And then he went, what was her name? And he went, lad, I've shagged it.
Yeah, lad, I've played him also.
It was fucking...
But lad, she always gets a banner done.
Man's porridge, lad, that is horrible.
Nah, but lad, she always gets a banner done, so every time I seen it, I just thought I was seeing a new
bird.
Get a banner done? So like, lad, she likes getting her hair done, like all mad ways, like blue, pink, like fringe and all that.
One side would be pink, the other side's green.
Yeah, lad. She was just like a chameleon, do you know what I mean? Any environment she was in, lad.
She was like proper iguana.
Proper
little Komodo dragon, man.
Sorry, James.
Talking about Komodo dragons, right? Mad one here. I've got a stuffed Komodo dragon in my ma's loft.
Why do you own that?
Swear, lad, right? I don't know, right? My ma's ex-fella was a proper fucking seedy fella, right? He used to work in, like, the market stalls, fruit and veg stalls, and he just come home with, like, random gifts all the time. One day, lad, he just come home with a fucking taxidermy.
The
fucking...
big them, though, aren't they?
Yeah, lad, it's fucking... It's like the size of that couch just in my ma's loft, lad.
Like the size of me?
Yeah, just Matty in my ma's loft.
Yeah, just one Matty.
Yeah, do you know what, James? Like,
dead quick, sorry.
Go on.
But my ma being a fucking
that was dead camp when you done that, you know. Listen here.
Shut the fuck up, I'm speaking. Don't interrupt me.
Listen, mum, you fucking dickhead.
Sounds like that kid, I'll blow your head off with a shotty.
I want this man no more.
He called me a fat fucking bastard.
Didn't you beat him in a boozer?
Yeah.
So my ma being a dickhead, right? When Pokemon cards blew back up, right, I was a proper little Pokemon card fiend when I was a kid, and I had a full set, right, in the full folder, in sleeves and everything, like proper mint condition. So when I started seeing them like flying out on eBay and all that for pure grands, I was like, I got a twitch. I was like, that's my bird. Listen, get the red panties on. We're fucking rich. We've made it.
Get the red panties.
Exactly. I was like, listen, I've got a small fortune in my ma's loft there. You know, I'm gonna go and fucking get it. So I flew down to my ma's, right, ransacked my ma's loft, looking at these Pokemon cards, right. Couldn't find them anywhere. The Komodo dragon's still in the fucking loft, innit? Do you know what I mean? I said to my ma, where's these Pokemon cards? She went, oh, I done a car beauty a few weeks back and sold them.
Don't lie.
For about a £5.
That's heavy.
Right, you know what? I've
How much is the cards worth, do you reckon?
Well, there was
That you had?
a full set that I had sold for about 100. No, lad, there was a full set sold for about 140 grand, lad.
Don't lie.
Honestly, lad, and I was just looking at my ma thinking, I've never wanted to spark my own man more in my
I
life.
would have sparked.
Like,
Sorry.
honestly,
I would have, lad.
I wanted to sharpen
was
my
getting left
elbows and
hook.
just start flying at her, lad. Do you know what I mean?
It's in the shoulder.
Meatball Molly are everywhere.
But yeah,
Swear, lad.
what was it I was going to say?
It's gonna make a fucking choke on a fist.
Well, anyway, James, you were saying before about that you
Choking
started
him out.
Twitch. You started,
yeah?
So what? So yeah, speak about your Twitch sort of.
Switch still doing the streaming?
I got a Switch before.
So now, so it's actually Facebook gaming.
That was a massive segue, that, sorry, lad. That's
No.
about a 40-minute segue there.
I'm rolling with it.
It's nearly tomorrow.
That's the next episode, lad. How are we James?
Welcome to episode 27. Switch.
So now it was Facebook gaming. I've always had a thing for gaming, but
Nonce.
I never. But
Anyone who games isn't a nonce, by the way. We love yous.
RuneScape. Remember that? Was
RuneScape?
that just me dead old?
No, yeah. You're the nonce.
Yeah.
You're the nonce.
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Cheers.
gaming.
So yeah, but
Counter-Strike in IT, remember that? Anyone remember Counter-Strike in IT?
I did like a game.
Lad, that was sick.
James, so you were on Facebook gaming,
I
that's
was, lad. We'll get there in the end.
One day.
That's what my bird says.
What was your question, lad?
Twitch.
So Twitch,
Facebook
explain
gaming.
what Twitch
Go on.
was like. Explain how you got into
yeah,
Twitch,
yeah,
what you're doing on Twitch, all that.
No, so you know Lewis Donahue, don't you?
Yeah, Donahue, yeah.
So we were doing a lot of content stuff.
He's mates
and-
with Reese Harton, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
you
so
know.
Derek and Reese and stuff.
Yeah.
So what, you know,
Sorry,
Harry,
if you just said Derek,
Derek, yeah.
and he's your age,
He's like a year above. Is he a year above us?
really?
He's a year above us, yeah.
Year above us, yeah.
His
He's
man
about
and dad
24.
need to have words with themselves calling your kid Derek, lad. Hey, it's like that fucking Purple Bricks advert. Who's Derek?
That's John May, isn't it? That's
Hey.
John May, by the way, isn't it? He does that advert.
Lad,
Lads
right.
had me on the ropes. I was like, I know him.
Yeah,
I know. Who names the kid
Fucking
Derek?
Derek.
So Facebook gaming.
Switch.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, me and Lewis were kind of planning. We were gaming a lot, and I obviously when Fortnite was big.
Yeah.
I was like very heavy on that.
Did you get good at that, eh?
Yeah, so I started racking up these views. I created a gaming page and started racking up these views, just for like short clips.
Yeah.
So I'd just take them and then just stick them on without editing them. So it was just raw footage, and it kept getting climbing, 80k, 90k, and then it started breaking
Shana.
100.
Nice.
So I was like, how do I do this then? And this is
Properly.
How'd you
and then
monetize it, eh?
obviously I'd started uni as well, so we were on the marketing aspect of business. So I was
Yeah.
like, gonna take that and apply it to it. So me and Lewis were talking, and we like, we'll do something with gaming. So we started YouTube, and we thought, yeah, this is sick. We'll just upload some videos because we watch a bunch of
Yeah.
YouTube. Problem with that is if you've not got a following, they're just videos.
Yeah.
They're just sad videos
yeah.
with absolutely no views,
Just in
and
the
you
ether.
can't. Yeah, you can't
In the
actually
metaverse
push them out
somewhere.
on YouTube. They
Yeah.
just go and see what happens. Some did okay, 100, 200, and then the others were dead.
Yeah.
And I said to Lewis, wanted to carry on with it, and I said, this is not for me, because I can't sit here and edit these YouTube videos, and you'll know it takes like 2-3 hours
Yeah, hours.
to actually put effort into it and make them look good.
For no one to see
And then
it.
there's just
For no
two
one to see,
fat
and then-
greasy fellas sitting in their undies watching it, and you're like, lad, that's cost. Spent me like 4 hours, lad.
Yeah, no,
100%.
yeah.
So I said to Lewis, I'm gonna not do this, and I was watching some streamers at the time, and I went, I reckon I'd be good at this. Like, I can hold a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm decent at gameplay. It's just actually how to do it, and I
Yeah.
watch a bunch of YouTubers anyway.
At the time, when you first started the YouTube side of it, then what was you doing on YouTube? Just videos yourself, vlogging and that? Or?
No, literally videos of the gameplay.
Of
you'd have your
gameplay.
camera
Oh,
over
she
the
moved over
gameplay
to
Well,
and
you
the
then
know,
Facebook
play
bit
it.
of
I
it.
used to
100%.
stream on
Oh, yeah,
Twitch when
man,
I was
yeah.
a kid.
Yeah,
Come on,
so
yeah,
there was
yeah.
them, and then we kind of thought we're going to escalate this a bit further. So started doing reaction videos and stuff like that. But again, you spent all that time doing them, doing them, then spending 3 hours editing them to get nothing. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm someone who likes to
Unboxing
see
fucking takeaways and all that. Pizza.
But no, I know what you mean. Like when I was a kid, I used to try and stream on Twitch when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and that, and like
Switch even about back then?
yeah, that's
Was
Yeah,
it?
no,
Yeah.
Twitch has been around.
Lad,
Yeah,
Danny's
yeah,
about
yeah.
10.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. The problem with Twitch is if you stick it out, you get good growth and you get a loyal community.
yeah.
It's hard to grow on there. So my
It is.
decision to go to Facebook Gaming to start with was so much easier because it's like sharing posts. So
Yeah.
if you interact as yourself whilst on the live stream,
Yeah.
you can share that to your timeline.
Okay.
And everyone else who obviously follows you on Facebook can see that. They come and they interact with it. They can like it.
You've got the other
They can
platform there, not on
share it.
Facebook, haven't
Yeah,
you? Do you know what I mean?
100%. So it's easier to get you following up, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So within
definitely.
my first 6-7 months, I think I got to about 1.4k followers.
Nice.
So I was like, this is kind of a little part-time job. I was earning about 300-400 quid per
Fuck
month
off.
from it in donations.
It's mad, innit? Because like people just fucking play games on their own for nothing. So to earn money from
Exactly.
it.
There's money in media now, like
exactly.
internet and all that. So much more
At
money.
one point, I
you
had
think.
6 moderators. 6
Really?
moderators. They were just people who had started watching,
Yeah.
and then I became close with.
Yeah.
And it got that big. The only problem with it wasn't why I stopped. It became a job.
Oh,
So
yeah, I get it.
I'd come home from work,
Yeah.
and this is before
And go
I
to work upstairs in
Yeah,
your bedroom.
100%. So
Yeah.
I'd come home from work, get home at 5, scran some food by about 6 o'clock, and then I'd have to be on because my mum and dad they go to bed earlier, and then they get up at like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So they go to bed.
Like,
let's
get off
say,
your fucking PlayStation,
No
little
point.
virgin! I'm trying to sleep!
100%. And our house is an old house anyway, so the walls are pretty thin. You can hear a lot of stuff around the house. That's why I can hear
Bet
them
you
out.
can.
Gary knows all about that, don't you, Gary?
Yeah.
Do you want to say a story?
No, we'll side note this one happily.
Yeah.
You tell us in the car on the way up. It still haunts him to this day.
I've got which one do you want? Because there's a fucking couple.
The one where you're seeing it happening and she gave you eye contact.
Sound.
She gave you eye contact.
Yes.
Yes.
You went
So-
there, don't we?
So, right. No,
No,
went
it was.
there,
It was 10 minutes ago.
It was on
In
the way
car.
to it was on the way to fucking Pontons to pick him up from the caravan site.
Lad,
No,
you do live in
lad.
a posh area.
Swear like
It's a
that.
posh
don't,
area.
lad.
You
Yeah.
come through, there's a lake on one
I
side.
don't live
You
there. That's
come
where my
up,
nan lives.
Lad,
You live around the corner.
got triple digits in your postcode, you little Tory. L305.
Lad, I don't pay for the house. I just live in it.
What bins do you have?
Knowsley Council.
There we go.
But I've got an L postcode, so shut up.
Lad, no, right, so what it was, we were talking in the
You
car.
strapped that L postcode.
Clan of the L35.
Claned it, lad, innit? The only dickhead with fucking clear pay on his postcode. No, lad, we were in the car, right, and we were talking. I don't know why we got on this, right, but years ago, I think I was about 18, 19. I got up for work, right, about 6 in the morning, and I never, ever did this in my life, so I don't know why I decided today, but I was like, do you know what? I was going to pop into my ma's bedroom, say to the artwork, so I was going to work, and I just opened my ma's bedroom like that, dead's like sketchy, like that, lad, and I just like looked in, and my ma's just like that, with a fella's junk in a grid, and I just went, yeah, going to work, see you later, ta-da. And my ma just stared at me with like this big purple-headed warrior in a grid and everything, and I was like that, like I've just watched me ma, and my ma's fella's a dickhead, right, he's a fucking dickhead, and he
His
fucking,
dickhead was in here, Grid.
yeah, exactly, lad. He had his member in me ma's fucking shops, lad, and I was just like, I've got to go home and like sit down and have tea with them.
Oh, no, I couldn't,
It's
mate.
horrible. But
He had the fucking gamma mallet straight in here, Grid.
the gamma mallet.
Is that what you name it? Yeah?
Nah, you just say pork saw, but I thought it didn't devise the gamma mallet.
Cameron Valley. That was a good one. That was a good one.
It's
that.
not the first time. Like I was saying to him, I finished working in the Aquarina one night. Meant to be going to a party. Text me ma saying, "Listen, not coming home. Going to a party." Party got canned. So fucking went home and I had a motorbike at the time, like the 125, proper dead loud little knobhead motorbike, right? So you could hear me a mile off. So come in, drives up the driveway, parks in the gardens for, right? Sound, I'm dead noisy. The neighbours hate me. Opens the front door and I could just hear me ma getting clapped upstairs, right? And I was just like, oh shit, like she's not hearing me motorbike here. So I was like, right, slam the door, dead hard, right? Like to say, listen, I'm home. Carried on, getting louder. I was like, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? It was like COVID back in the day, clapping for the NHS. My ma was getting clapped everywhere, right? So I turned the telly on volume 99, started slamming kitchen cupboards and everything. Like, it got to the point where I just went and sat in the garden. I was like, give him 10 minutes to fucking blow his load and just like finish. And then I come in, lad, and my ma just sat there on the couch with a biff and a nightie on with one tit out, just like that. Sat in, lad.
See, I couldn't be as casual, you know. As soon as I walked in, I would have flipped and be like, "Mum, are you taking the piss? Quiet down."
Right, listen.
Know what I mean?
Listen,
He's not even that good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Stop lying.
I know.
I've heard he's not good.
He's being like that. He's been coming into my bedroom going, hey, Matty, do you fancy being my friend Surichus, lad? That's fucking from me.
I could actually
won't tell anyone
I could
about
actually
this.
be eventually like, we're still in it. I'm the perfect size. Fun size, lad, you call me.
Fun size.
Fun
Yeah.
size. Is that in
You're
your
a
Tinder
little
bio?
fucking
Yeah.
fun size
That's
switch.
it up and going.
No, but But everyone's entitled to have a sex life, so
Oh,
she's
yeah,
sound, you know what I mean? It's just
absolutely.
not in front of me all the time. Like, she's doing it on purpose now. She's horrible.
I feel like you get over the
I
age
did
now.
walk in on me mum and dad shagging once when I was a kid. Like,
See, I've never done it. I'm lucky, me. Like, I don't
I'm
think I
the
could
same,
ever get that out of my head.
Honestly,
I wouldn't know what to do.
Listen,
Yeah,
when I
I-
was a kid, I'm not even messing, but you
Wank,
just
wank
scarred
for life,
me
no?
for a good few years, you know. Like, I'm
I
not
bet you've had a wank over it though, innit?
No.
No?
Nah,
You sure?
I'd say that I have.
Not
you know.
even like a little four popped into your head
Yeah,
while
you saw it.
swanking.
Did you get a
No.
twitch?
No. I was 9 and cried.
Use the tears as the lube, lad.
That was
Use
a
the tears as
painful
well.
laugh, that was. I was like, I'm
It was a
thinking about
painful
it now.
wank as well.
That was like Gary trying to pretend not to cry.
I'm not even going.
Watch me ma give it to you like that. Stop it. Stop it, Mum.
No, it was full. I want to know, Jay's right, because I
Ever
reckon
seen your ma getting goosebumps?
I reckon you're a bit of a dark
Can I
horse,
watch your
like.
Margaret Goose?
We've
I've got to look these people in the eyes back in.
I'm
So-
telling them it all.
right.
Don't. I've got to live there.
I reckon you're a bit of a dark horse, James. I'm not gonna lie. I want to know either like everyone's got like that one sexual experience where you look back and go, oh.
Are you seeing anyone at the minute? By the
No.
way,
Okay,
no. So you can
okay.
tell a story.
Oh, 100%.
So, like,
tell
so
a story.
what is the one that you look back on and go, oh no?
That I regret.
Not even like that, just like what
Just
either
a
the
mad
most
scenario.
embarrassing or the weirdest
Yeah,
one.
like the maddest.
The
Something
maddest
weird's
one.
happened. She shat on your face by accident. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean, mad
I mean-
shit on your face? It's Sam. With cling film on. Squash it on me.
Proper Alabama hockey mask, innit? You know what I mean?
Look like
Yeah.
Jason Fury.
You seen the video?
Yeah,
No.
deadly. Dead quick before you jump in, right? We were in the car before and we were talking about Eminem and you said about Slim Shady and I went to ask, do you ever remember the Slim Shady show? The little like cartoon sketch that I had? Do you ever remember it?
Oh, well, you had.
No, that's Slim Shady had, not me. You know.
No, no.
He had like a little
He
cartoon.
weren't the real Slim
Yeah.
Shady.
I weren't the real Slim Shady. No, he had this little cartoon sketch
St.
called
John
the
Slim Shady.
called the Slim Shady Show, right? And he had this fucking little scene on it where he gave Arabian goggles. Have you ever heard of Arabian goggles?
Balls on your eyes.
Yeah, where the fella's asleep in his prison cell and he just puts his ball sack on his eyes, lad. It's an Arabian goggles.
Right,
Dragon
James,
birds, finger and asses.
what's your maddest or your worst or whatever?
See, I wouldn't say it. The sex wasn't bad. What springs to mind is me and my first ex when we were 17.
Okay.
We were in hers and an entire family were in. And we had got there about 10 minutes before because they were prepping for like this family barbecue.
Oh, no.
I'd already met all these. The first time I met her family was at a family party.
Yeah.
So I'd already been thrown into the deep end. So I was like, these love me. It's sweet.
I'll shag the daughter, they don't mind.
Yeah. No, so I was like, I'll come over, I'll prep with you. It sounds. So then everyone was out. So she was going, we've got about 10 minutes. Like,
Let's have sex 4
Yeah.
times.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't need Viagra.
So we were having sex and I was adamant. I was like, nah, we're going to get caught. Worst part is she's on the bottom floor. So
Oh, yeah.
And you're on the top floor. That's how big his dick is.
snaking down the stairs.
Slinky too, wrapping around corners, lad.
Call him the Slinky.
That's a good one.
Slinky the
Slinky though. Just comes flopping down the stairs. You can just see it coming. You're like, no, stop. Something out of a film.
The Jaws
Oh,
music
that's
and
its
that.
new name, that is.
The Slinky, man. Go on, so you got 10
Yeah,
minutes.
she was on the bottom floor, and I was like, no, because your driveway is like literally outside your window. I know my look, someone's coming home early. To my look, they did as well.
Yeah, of course.
So we were about 5 minutes in.
Add to the excitement.
We could hear them coming up the driveway. So I started going fast. I was
He
like,
could
I'm
hear
not
you
having
coming
like...
up the driveway as well.
Yeah. So anyway, we finished just as
Mad
he
that they
got
called
in.
the door to driveway, weren't it?
Oh, mate, you do stand up, yeah?
No.
Should be a comedian, you lads.
No, anyway, so yeah, I finish and they've come
I
in.
love the word finish, you know.
Innit?
It's just polite, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
I
it,
finish.
yeah,
Do you
it's
know what I
nice.
mean? It's
I crossed
bit of
the finish
elements
line,
to
yeah.
it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that
pizzazz.
happened. They've walked through the door. So I was like, right, I need to like get
As
clothes
he
on
was
at
using
this
their
point.
head as a cloth.
So they come in and she's got a little brother, and
Whoa,
he's
where's
learned.
this story going?
And he was next.
Right. So he's learned
His name is
how to-
Driveway 2.
His name is Derek.
Jay, I promise we let you finish one day.
I'm so sorry.
Promise,
I
yeah.
know, we do this.
So yeah, a little brother's learned how to unlock her door from the outside.
Oh, what a pervert.
So
That's a seedy.
Why has he learned that?
That's a
I don't know.
seedy kid,
I
that.
do not know.
Little 2p in the lock and just turn it.
It was Gary before he left for work. So he's unlocked the door, right, and we're under the covers. So my first instinct was to literally just lie on it. And like
Play dead.
Lie into the back of her head as if I was having like a nap.
Dead
Or
weight.
the seizure.
Four dick on it like that.
I've done that, and a little brother's come in and he gets on the bed. So I was like holding on underneath the covers like this, going, please do not, because I've got nothing on underneath.
Oh my
this.
God.
You look like you're holding air balls.
Yeah.
I was like, grasping.
Yes.
So she didn't come all over my face.
So I thought, it's not going to get any worse than this. And mum then walks in to get said little brother out.
Highly on!
No, it does get to that. So they've left the door wide open, and she's got this big fuck off boxer dog that then runs in and is on top of her bed. And
Is he on top of you?
This is tearing me on a bit, you know.
The bulldog had you by the throat, fucking riding you.
I'm shitting myself, and I'm like, please, for the love of God, do not come off, because what you do in that point?
Oh, yeah.
You've got a family
Shag the
barbecue.
dog.
Everyone knows I'm coming. What are you going to be saying to them?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
no, yeah, there's no
Why is
way.
James gone home? Why is James gone home?
Because there's oysters all
well.
over the dog's fur.
The boxer dog raped them.
James was
It's a
coming.
shame.
But, so yeah, luckily enough, I get away with it. And
How?
because I've got hold of this fucking cover, like it's like
Grasping for his life.
as if like I'm hanging off the edge of a cliff or something. How I get caught out in that scenario is the fact that she's got a love bite on her neck.
Oh,
She goes to get a shower and has come out, and I'm in the barbecue at this point talking to her family. Her mum's gone in to talk to her.
Beefy on her
Caught it, pulled me for a chat. It's like,
It's Love Island.
I don't think you should be doing that. You're a bit young, don't you think? We're 17 at this point.
17, he's not
She'd
young though,
already
is it? Do you
been
know what I
in a
mean?
2-year relationship, so her mum's still under the influence that she's not done anything.
Mate, bet your ma was snorting lemon off dicks at 17, little wrong.
When did you all use your virginity actually?
17.
17.
17.
18th birthday. I was a late.
Was it 18? I was 15,
On your
man.
birthday as well.
No,
That's pretty sick.
I
That is.
was 15.
Didn't come.
15? You're a slut, you know.
Me and my mate tag team this bit. I swear to God, lad, that was
That's
my
your
first time. That was
Was
my
it
first.
threesome?
Me and my mate tag team this bit, lad,
Was it
yeah.
double dick threesome?
Yeah. And
Right,
funny
I've
story.
actually got a question over that, because you've brought this up a few times about like shoving your mate's dick back in. But my question more is
I done it.
No.
I shoved it back in
enough,
for him.
Teamwork makes the dream
your
work.
ass
Fair
doesn't
enough,
count.
mate. No, but do you not think it's awkward having two lads and a girl?
Nah, you know,
think it would be,
it's not, you know.
In a sense, I'm a competitive person. Do you know what I mean?
Innit?
So
Nah,
if I
there is
stop
competition,
and
like,
he's
yeah.
railing her and she's giving it all, and I'm just there with my dick out, and then I've started railing her, she doesn't say nothing. I'd be like, why am I even here?
No, yeah.
Lad,
Nah, the competition does come, but you do
one
like.
thing, but Japs eye contact another thing altogether. Lad, isn't it?
No, I can't, like, because then where'd you look as well? Do you know what I mean?
Lad, like this is what it'd be for me.
At his
Like,
pubes.
It just happened, you know, like it doesn't feel.
Because that was dick in my mouth.
It's better shagging a bird on your own, but it doesn't feel bad. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't think you feel like fucking.
Do you know
hell,
what
there's
it
a lad
is?
there
Right,
and
to
that,
be
you know what I
fair.
mean?
do you know what it'd be for me? I would like, let's say I get the mouth end first and he gets the good end. I couldn't put my dick
I'd
in
argue
here.
This bird
But
stunk,
yeah.
by the way. He did not get the good end. I'll just tell you this. If she's letting a 15-year-old tag teamer, and like this bird
How
was
old
18,
was
by
she?
the way.
I was about to say,
This
yeah.
bird, so I effectively got nonced.
Fucking nonce.
I've effectively been nonced. Like by law, I've been
got
nonced.
Ah, but her logic was 2 15-year-olds was 30 at sound.
No, my mate was 18 as well. So I've been nonced
You got
twice.
nonce by yourself as well.
I've been nonced twice.
You've been nonce twice.
Hey,
Do you need
this is
to
a
talk
great
to anyone?
story.
I need to talk to Frank, I think.
I'm glad you side noted now.
Oh, no, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Virginity's mad though, innit? It is mad.
it's just my.
I can't remember mine. Mine was a drunken night.
Was it?
One night.
Oh,
stand.
I was buried and it was on the
mate.
couch in ours. It was horrible.
I genuinely don't.
I
don't
remember
know.
mine vividly because I was 6 to my stepdad.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, that's why my arse always leaks. Because he's Scottish and I had this big haggis right up me hoopla. Fucking, he was like,
We'll just let that one sit there,
he
guys.
was like, your ma's in work, do you fancy blowing me bagpipes? I was like, go ahead, lad, get them out.
That's so heavy, that. I reckon, like, I'm trying to think, have I ever been called, oh my God, I've been called Goosen horrendously.
Have you?
I got caught wanking once.
I've been caught wanking.
Listen, right, we'll all share stories.
Yeah.
No, lad, listen.
Couldn't do that
Right,
in my
Got a
house.
risk it to win it,
listen,
lads.
lad, so I was in my ex-bed, right,
We all gamble.
and this was
We all gamble.
this was
Danger
this
wanks.
was- nah,
Danger one close to go.
This was bad.
are we on?
But I'm 53 years, got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed this episode, you know, it's been good.
flowed,
man.
hasn't it?
But
Boss,
yeah, but so I was in my ex-bed, and now she sat on my face, sucking me dick, lad. So we're like 69 and effectively,
Yeah,
right?
and a fucking bullet hole.
Effectively.
Yeah.
Effectively.
And a fucking bullet holes on your nose.
Listen,
You
Yes.
call it a 71 if you shove 2 fingers up the arse.
71.
It all adds up,
Ah,
lads.
you're sick.
It all adds up, lads.
That's what happens when you lose your virginity.
At 15, yeah, lads, you go dark on
69,
porno.
it's not enough.
You go-
Start thinking
You go
about this.
deep on porno
Have
when
you
you
ever
lose
done
your
a
virginity.
94?
He's like that. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Let's go.
So she sat on my face, fucking mouth,
Peddling your ears.
fucking mouth full of gamma mallet, lad, right?
I hate that shit, you know. I'm just thinking of salty,
I'm
a salty fanny.
Can I jump in really, really quick, lad? One of the lads in Hot Water was talking the other day, and he said, like, his mate calls a chew a willy snog.
That's such a Chester way of saying shit, isn't it?
He's that.
A willy snog.
He's from Waddington.
Yeah, lad, so
You can tell.
she sat on my face, sucking me dick. I am having the time of my life. Like, there is no happy, right? I can't tell you now for a fact. I will never be more comfortable and content in a situation
Satisfied.
than when someone sat on my face, sucking me dick. It's my favourite thing in the world.
I feel like it feels better when it's that way round.
lad,
Do you know what I
it does,
mean?
And to make it better, you've got a box there, lad. Do you know what I mean?
Is the box that big, lad, yeah? Like that, bang.
It's an alien.
It's literally a gammon mallet. Bang.
And it's all fucking...
A gammon
I
mallet.
mean, anyway, I'm having the time of my fucking life, lad. Like, this is going in the autobiography. This one.
I've got a funny story after
having
this
a
one.
great time. And next minute, just hear the bedroom door swings open, and Ma just walks in and goes, "Oh!" slams the door. Like, no, in my head.
Wear a helmet at least.
In my head, I'm thinking, well, she's not in the room anymore, so we'll carry on. Like, she already knows what's going on. It'd be rude not to at least, get the job done.
Yeah, of course, of course. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a cowboy builder.
Yeah, I don't do half a job and stop. And then, and then fucking, she was like, no, we can't carry on. My ma's in. I was like, well, she was in anyway. She was in the room. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then
Can't get anywhere.
and then involved. Lad, it was proper rough, lad. It was, but like.
So did you stop? Yeah.
Lad, I didn't want to, but she did, so we had to stop. You know what I mean? But then, like,
Please.
it was the next day having breakfast was a bit of an awkward one. I'm not gonna
Me
lie.
mate
Did you
Liam.
not go downstairs at all after that?
Not that night, but she made us a breakfast the next
Lad.
morning, so I had no choice.
Lad.
Left it outside the room. She didn't want to come in again.
Lad, right.
She didn't.
Posted it under the door like a Vietnamese prison.
Oh, get on this. Let me mate Liam, right, was going round. So his bird who he was with, Ma and Dad was split up, right? So he'd met Ma and Ma's fella loads, but he was meeting our fella for the first time. So they went round to our fella's house and they were upstairs watching a DVD and that, and the our fella was downstairs fucking cooking tea. And then like he started goosing and the our fella just burst in like wild fucking. He was in his daughter, right? And he just shut the door. He just went, listen, tea's ready in 10 minutes and shut the door. And then they had to go downstairs and sit at the table and have tea with him, lad.
Oh, no.
And the half fella's just staring at him while he's just been balls deep in his daughter. And
Do you know
they're only
what?
like 17.
I could watch me son shagging some lad. I definitely
That's
could
a
watch me
weird
daughter
sentence.
getting shagged. No,
Matty's it.
oh lad.
Clip that! Here's the intro! Here's the intro! I could watch my son shagging.
I didn't even get involved, but not me daughter.
I need to work on my Grammy.
because I'm not sick.
I've been giving him a pep talk.
No.
Like, come on, lad!
Okay.
Thrust!
Let me be.
Thrust!
Let me.
Lad, he'd be like the fella on the front of the canoe in the canoe race down in fucking Cambridge. The one who does nothing, he's just going, heave! Heave! Like that. Fucking get involved, lad!
He's
Let
there
me-
with a plate of orange slices and only house sport for half time and that.
And a fucking can of John
Let me be.
Smith's.
Let me
I've
be
seen
phased
some of
then.
these
Please
videos
do.
start
I think
like
I could
this.
walk in on my son and not flip, but I couldn't walk in on my daughter. I'd snap there and then me. I think. I don't think I could like be signed with the fella after that watching it.
You're
That is, right?
sexist.
That people will
Could
see that
be.
and go, people see that and go, well, that's it. It isn't. Like,
No, it's different though.
the
It's your
reason is-
daughter's getting shagged.
the-
Do you know what I mean?
that-
It's a different
that's,
thing.
like, that's what I mean. Like, look, people will say what they want to say, lad, but like,
Listen.
it's like,
Listen, all my kids are ginger if they're getting shagged, fair play. Because, like, you don't have fucking that many
You be there
options.
shouting heave if they do.
Yeah, go on, lad.
Go ahead, lads.
Thank you, lad.
Get in, fella.
No, yeah,
Praise the Lord.
I do get what you mean. Like, if I had kids, I reckon. I mean, I'd rather not see any of it.
No, yeah, of course.
I'd
What,
less,
see any of the kids or having sex?
probably both.
Yeah.
I'd probably be less art if I seen my son shagging a bird than if I seen my daughter
Yeah,
getting shagged.
100%, I think.
And I mean, that might be wrong to
Yeah.
say, but like, we've said much worse.
No,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
What-
Probably
what
in the
you-
last 10 minutes.
What you do though if you hear it? So you're not walking in and seeing it, but you're downstairs
Send a text message.
and you start hearing it. Do you really think they're going to go on the phone? John?
Well, yeah.
Especially not to the
Sammy Love Hang
depends
on.
what they're up
Especially
to.
not to the place of the half, fella.
They could be live on Twitch or something.
Nah, but see, what do you do?
Ah,
You're
that's
sat
an
I'd
downstairs.
I'd get a box of 15 eggs, burst the door and just egg them.
I'd probably have to
You'd
leave the
leave.
house.
You don't know until the
I
moment,
could
innit?
not
Do you know what I
stay
mean?
I'd
in
have to go in the
situation.
garden for a joint or
Could
something.
not.
I'd
I'd treat them like a jack.
I'd see paddle after a joint to go schizo, me. I definitely wouldn't have a
Lad,
joint. I'd like that thinking the
I'd
kids
run
are taking the piss out of me.
I'd fucking run upstairs and I'd treat them like a Jack Russell who's just soiled on the carpet. I'd grab the skull and fucking rub it in it. Look what you've done! Look what you've fucking done! Just rub a face all over the fella's junk.
Oh, you are a twisted individual, you know. I
I
love
think
it.
we all are, though, you know.
That's right, we're all, you know.
We're all
can't
a bit autistic.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
there's definitely something going on
Yeah.
in the old cranium.
In the old scalp.
It's fucking.
Scalp.
It's just a mad one now. I reckon. Do you know what the maddest thing ever happened? So I was seeing this bear from Manchester, and
Do you not see birds in Liverpool, by the way?
yeah, but
Just strictly adding.
Lad,
He doesn't live in Liverpool.
Lad, he lives closer to Manchester, lad.
Lad, you don't. I'm not being funny, yeah. I'm not being funny, yeah. Your street signs are green. Your
Lad, he's
street
coming up
signs
to
are
a
green.
comedy
Oh my
podcast.
God.
He's turning up, lad.
I respect the game. I respect the
I'm going back
fair
next
enough.
week.
Fair enough.
You
I
live
respect it.
geographically closer to Manchester than you do Liverpool.
Yeah, I've been a state now. but nah, honestly, like, so I was seeing this bear from Manny.
The Winston shouts to him's like me with the one sense. You know, I just can't let it go. I can't let it
That's
go.
the one thing that gets under my skin.
Gets under your
But yeah, lad, so fucking fuck you, James. By the way, yeah, get out. No, put it in the car. But,
Stay, James.
But yeah, lad, nah. Anyway, it was a good shout. I'm not even asked. But yeah, so
We've been here for 2 minutes just seeing how asked you
I'm
are.
not even asked. Like, I'm just gonna go stand outside because I want fresh air. But anyway, so I was seeing this bear from Manny.
Don't you ever do that again?
That blow your head off with a shotty.
He called me a fat fucking bastard. But no, so this bird drove down from Manchester anyway. She drove down to come and see me. We've been out in the car. We parked up at Otterspool. We've been shagging in the car. We fucking finished up, whatever else. And I took a drink with me, put it in the glovey when I got in the car. And
then phoned the business when I got out.
so I literally, we just finished goosing. I put my keg straight back on and jumped in the front. So I wanted to smoke my joint. And literally, as I've got onto the front seat, but I was getting in between the seats while still pulling my keks up. Though, like, it was a slick maneuver.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Yeah, I don't know, it was a pioneer. I'm a pioneer of keks on manoeuvres. And
Pulling the
as my ass has hit the front seat and my keks have just went over the fucking waistband threshold, I had a police car has pulled up, lights on and everything, and went with the window. So I've had to knock the ignition on and put the window down. And I've been like, he's alright. I've like got this joint held beneath the window like that, going, oh shit. And they were like, what are you up to here? I was like, oh, we were just
Smashing, lad.
I was like, oh, we were just chilling. I was like, we were just chilling with some music on. And they were like, there's no music on. I was like, yeah, no.
Because you asked me to fucking put the window down.
Honestly,
The leggy's gone.
But the thing is, though, the thing is, if you get caught shagging in public, don't you get put on the sex?
Nah, you do.
I was about to say you are on the sex offenders list.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh, just call it public act, like sex. Public. Sex in public, innit? Yeah, indecent exposure.
But the thing is, they openly go around looking for it.
I'm exposing 21.
The borrowers can see it, like, I can see it.
No, but they openly go around looking, you know. So there's a place in
Nonsense.
There's a place near Kirby.
That's where it was. We were on Otterspool. It's known for dogging in
Yeah,
there.
but there's a place down in Kirby and it's like right at the front, next to Crosby Beach. And when I was down there, luckily enough, we were in the front and I was going to go, let's jump in the back. 2 minutes before I said that, 2 police cars show up and they split off either way because it's a big fuck off car park.
Hold on, did you say
These
I'm not
have
from
got-
Liverpool and you've got white signies on?
Danny hasn't let that go, has he? Danny hasn't let that
I was
go.
about to say, I've been talking for like a minute and a half and you've sat there staring at them.
Yeah,
like,
I was just thinking, you
This is a
cheeky
good- this is a
bastard.
good-
Back on the
This.
shrooms again, is that?
Yeah.
Them trainees are talking to me.
Anyway, Hammers, you were saying.
so yet they openly, you know those, you'll see it in movies where they bring out like this massive fuck off flashlight and they start
Yeah,
looking around.
that's what that's
they
torture,
openly
nah.
start doing that. And it's like, why?
'Cause they
Use
wank.
a fucking younger ones. What are you doing?
Should
Did they say
Stop wearing it.
flashlights or
What do you
flashlight?
point out? If you've actually caught someone shagging in the back of the car, what are you going to knock on the window? Please stop.
Yeah, but do you want to know something heavy, right? So my mum, like, she's...
Your mum's heavy.
So like one of her mates, one of my ma's mates, she's not mates with her anymore. The woman ended up being a dickhead and like a proper psychopath.
Really?
And then my ma's mate's fella was like, he used to work for me as he said, police lad. He was a proper little grass lad. I hated him.
Snitch.
I'd proper hated him, lad. He was just horrible. But he was proper high up in me as he said, police though. And like I used to be a para whenever they come around for a couple, because I'd be like, I'd have Polly in my room, I'd be like, oh my god, he's gonna nick me. And then he got sacked, he got struck off because he got caught shagging brasses in his police car, and they had to test
with his
the car.
body cam on like that.
So they had to go and like do like fucking
I'll put this
tests
on
on the
Twitch.
car. They found traces of fucking cocaine on the dashboard,
Oh my God.
and fucking
On his
jizz all over the back seats, lad. So
What a
like
little
they'll
dirt
arrest you for that and throw you on the sex offender list, but they're out shagging brasses in the
I
car.
reckon more than 50% of plod are like corrupt in that way, do you know, where they don't,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? They
it's
take the
gotta
piss
be.
out of the authority,
Well,
but
lad, look at the fucking the Metropolitan Police in London, lad. How many of them have been done for sex crimes in the last few years?
mad, lad.
They're horrible, lad. They're
100%.
fucking horrible. On that note, everyone has the price. Roll the intro.
yeah.
It's time for everyone has their price. Find out if you're nasty or nice.
I know we said we are going to start everyone has the price, but I've got a would you rather. All right.
Okay.
So this is a question. Obviously, everyone takes pictures everywhere. Everyone's dead invested in the pictures, to keep the memories and that. So would you rather lose every picture or video you've ever took in your life, so you've got no fucking iCloud of it, nothing, it's all gone, or if you've got a family pet, the dog dies? Which one? Which one?
Kill the dog.
Would you?
Are you whatever you, yeah.
In it though, you know what I mean?
I am.
Like,
Nah, do you know
would you be
what?
willing to lose your pet or lose every memory?
I'd lose all.
That's a heavy one, innit?
Okay, so would I lose just the pictures and videos and still remember it, or would I just?
You can still remember it.
Okay,
Still
but then,
remember
I'd lose the pictures and the videos
Would
then
you?
all day.
I don't
But
know.
do you
though,
think you
'cause
can
there's
remember
some
every
stuff-
memory?
That's what I mean. There's some stuff I look back through my camera roll like from 4 years ago, and I'm like, I forgot about that, or this really one funny
Yeah.
video
The ones
that I
that
just
are
don't
weird
remember.
remembering, I think I'd remember though.
I remember I got to a point right where I found out that Google Photos was a fucking snitch.
Oh, I remember you saying
Lad,
about that.
Swear,
Yeah, yeah.
lad, right? Because I found Google Photos
Google
on my
Drive or
phone
something,
and I
huh?
didn't realise it fucking grabbed every photo that I've ever taken when I had my Google account, and there's pictures of like fucking me with my ass out and all that in my bed and the fucking tint out and everything. I'm like, oh, where's this come from? Proper little grass lad.
Nah,
You know,
it
you
is.
take like when my bird's a kid, like one sit out on the couch and take a photo, messing around, show it, and delete it. Google Photos, like I've got it forever.
It's horrible, that.
I don't know, man.
I think I'd lose if I could still remember them. I'd lose the pictures and the videos because I wouldn't want my dog to die for the sake of a picture.
This is what I mean.
Nah,
I hated my dog.
I want
My
to keep my
dog's a
memories,
puppy.
me, like.
You'll have heard him just bark.
He's a fucking dickhead.
I used to make my dog.
He
and his puppy
barks
with
at
a
everything,
bullet,
lad. But when we first got him, I was like,
scanning your dog loads. Like.
same.
COVID 2.0 there.
Yeah, so, nah, it's one of them. When we first got him, I was like, oh yeah, he's cute, but I didn't really like do much with him because I just
Yeah.
like go to work, go out, go
Have
in
a
my
wank,
room,
innit?
yeah,
he
have
just
a wank.
fucks
So I didn't really spend much time with him, but now
No.
that everyone's kind of like left and I'm usually in the house of an evening,
Yeah.
it is just me and him, and it sounds like proper gay, but we've developed like a little,
Oh yeah,
little
lad, me
bonding.
and
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it is
my
gay.
dogs, lad. Nah, like that.
Nah, they do,
I
lad,
couldn't
you
do that, lad, because
You do.
it'd look. I Am Legend is the perfect example. Like when he chokes his
I
dog
thought
out.
you
I
had
thought
a
you were gonna say-
massive ego then.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
what I
I'm just a fucking
I'm just a
legend.
legend. I'm a proper
Will
legend.
Smith's got nothing on me.
Yeah. No, but swear if I'm
Marley and
laying
him.
there, how are we killing a dog off? Or just a
fucking
pet?
hell.
Just
Oh.
no.
I didn't know
you've
we were
asked
doing
it.
it.
So no, you've asked. You said,
Suffocating
how
it.
would you kill
How
your
did the
pet?
dog die? Do
Would
you
you
mean?
have
Or
to
how
kill
would
the
you have
dog?
killed your pet?
Um,
Do you know what I mean? Is it an accident where
Got
this
ran
dickhead's
over.
ran
My
over?
brother's killed the dog.
If you're running over, lad, then you're fucking dead.
got ran over by a
Yeah,
Nissan
cool.
Qashqai.
That's because of the car.
That is a bit personal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like my dog's
anyone-
only tiny as well, and that's a heavy car.
My
do you
brothers
know
have
what I
to.
mean?
My brothers have to kill a dog. Like
Had to kill his dog. Just had to kill his dog.
So
Couldn't
if
get him
anyone from the
killing dogs.
RSPCA is
That's what all
listening,
serial killers
turn
say.
it off.
Lad, your
No,
family's fucked up.
no,
you know?
swear. My brother lives in Ireland.
Really
right?
is.
Our
It
David
is.
start- our David
Brothers
start-
killed a dog. You've
Yeah.
walked in your ma giving countless amounts of cheese. Do you know what I mean?
Countless.
Copious amounts.
Yeah.
No, right. My brother lives in Ireland, right, and he watches the podcast. So yeah, if you get nicked, it's your fault. And he had a pit bull, right, and to give you to paint a picture of what this dog's persona was, the dog was called Saddam, right? Here we go. It was an evil fucking bastard, right? It was evil, right? So, I might be paraphrasing here, I don't know, but he borrowed. He was minding his mate's greyhound, right? So his mate
I have no intention of giving it back.
no, his mate was going on holiday and he needed his greyhound watching, and it was a fucking like a champion greyhound, like he used to race loads in pure coin, right? So our David had this fucking greyhound in like the shed, and Saddam was in his little cage and that. For whatever reason, Saddam got out and fucking munched this dog to bits, right? Fucking chewed this dog everywhere, and it had the taste of blood then, and like it was just trying to go at everyone and stuff. So our David like tried to take it down the vet and was like, listen, this dog's dangerous, like it needs to fucking be put down. And he didn't have any papers for the dog because I think he brought it over from Britain, and they were like, Sam, like, listen, to put the dog down, it's going to be about like €2,500. And he was like, to kill the dog, I've got to pay $2,500. He was like, nah, it's all right. His mate lives out in the country, so we just fucking dug a hole for the dog, put the dog like in the hole, like put a stake in the ground, wrapped his chain around it, and just put a shotgun to its skull and just blew the dog's head off, lad, and just buried it in the fucking hole.
One of the nicer ways to do it. The dog's not shook or nothing.
Our David loved the dog. Our David loved the dog, right? And he was like, listen, like he sobbed, but he was like,
but just let me explain me
$2,500.
I had to kill myself after doing
Let
that.
me explain me theory. Dogs know when they're going to the bed.
He must have killed the dog. Have I told you
Gary's half fella was the dog.
Have I told you about me? I fell in the dog story. Have I told you that?
Nah, go on, spill a bean.
Lad, right?
Didn't
Awesome.
hang himself with a lead.
Yeah. He was like, touche.
Sit.
On my face. No, me half I used to go lamping all the time, right? Which is rabbit hunting, but you use a lamp so rabbits and hares get startled by bright lights.
Yeah.
So you put the lamp on them, they
And
fucking
they
like
scurry
musical
away,
statues like that. And then like you send the dogs out and the dogs grip them and bring them back. So me half fella got this dog for lamping and like fucking took her out, and the dog was just shit. It wouldn't fucking grab anything or nothing. Like me half fella, fucking bit of a knobber. He was like, you're fucking useless. So he threw the dog in a fucking big sack full of bricks, right, tied it and just threw it over the bridge in the river and got off, right? And like 3.5 miles away from the house, me half fella got home, and the dog was just sat there soaking wet on the fucking step, and he was like, you good for something, I'll keep you. And I was like, your shit, that's how you not you dickhead. The dog got out of the bag and got home before him.
Someone didn't go to scouts. Couldn't not see his life, lad.
Debbie done this, and my family just don't like animals.
Yeah, your family's
Yeah, it's a bit tough, that, like.
I've learned some things about your family today, you know, which I didn't know even existed.
I'll walk.
Sam, walk.
I'll walk.
Should we get the train home, Jay? Should we do that?
Imagine if you fucking jump home with 2 minutes, them dunks on you, dickhead. Who said white men can't jump, lad? That's a boss movie, that
Let me
man.
say
That's
anything, let
weird.
me say
Yeah,
anything
how are we
first.
killing this dog? Yeah,
No,
like,
so my
I'm not
theory-
being funny.
You're calling me, we just fixate on this dog's death here.
Oh, no, my question
Because
is,
if I've-
how am I doing it? Is it making eye
No,
contact
seriously.
when I hear it
I'm
flash
only-
through?
Fucking feeding it chappy and everything.
Nah, I'm only asking because if I've got to look my dog in the eye whilst murdering it, it's
bum it
not,
to death?
It's not happening. What?
You got to bum it to death.
Lad, you've got a fascination with bumming.
Nah,
Yeah,
you've got
hasn't
to
he?
run it over. You've got to run it over, which I
Run it
think
over?
isn't too. Do you know what I mean? Not too personal. That. Do you know what I mean? It's a car doing it. Do you know what I mean?
What, driving the car?
No,
on a voice
fucking.
fucking.
Use that fella off what's the fella's name off Transformers at the car?
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Where's
Is
this
Bumblebee,
going?
lad?
You got one of them?
Yeah.
You got a Transformers shed.
I've only got it on
I'm getting up and just
PCP.
trying to kill my dog. I'm not
I've
even
only got
messing.
Bumblebee on
I'm under
fire.
that Power Ranger. I'm just going all out there.
Couldn't get him insured though, he's a nightmare.
Nah, yeah, but to answer the question, no, I'd lose all the pictures.
I'd have to lose the photos as well. I'm not doing
Nah,
that.
I'd lose me dog. No offence, I'd lose me dog.
Yeah.
Pictures can last 100 years, dogs last them 15 max
Dog's
anyway.
gone.
Yeah,
Lad,
but
you're that snake of a friend. I've got to go home and like look at my dog and be like, I chose to kill you.
Well, I lost
in a
my dog
fake
last year, so
scenario.
I'm
yeah,
sad.
he pushed the
I'd
thought
have
in
come
your
round and
head.
I'll kill it for nothing. I'm an ass. I fucking me head in overnight. What are you messing?
He's horrible, He's horrible,
Just speak it.
I am.
Nice, let me tell you the
I'll kill one of my kids if this fucking instead of photos from last. Yeah. Sleep.
Let me tell you the question then, like, so, it's autumn.
Oof. Paint a
Nice.
picture.
Going for a walk.
Autumn
Or there's all like them wet
leaves.
leaves on the floor.
Brown ones though.
Have you heard Autumn Leaves by Paolo Nutini? What a
Great
tune.
song, great
Oh,
song.
no.
Palantini's on in
Unbelievable.
December, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Colin.
gonna try and go.
Over the Paolo.
Nice, so, you walk and you see something coming out from under the leaves. You go, no, what's that?
My ma giving a fella the tune.
You move the leaves out the way. Nice. It's a little kitten. Dead innocence.
Fucking stamp on its head.
It's like a week old.
Mm-hmm.
Clive with the briefcase appears.
Fucking hell, Clive, he's back.
Comes out from behind the tree.
You know?
Briefcase open. You're like, how much is in that this time, Clive? He goes,
He's fucking skint, he's only got a tenner.
40 grand. He's like, but what you've got to do, this kitten's alive, by the way.
Okay.
You've got to bite its head off like what Ozzy Osbourne did with the bat.
Yes!
Throw the body, got the head in your mouth, and then skull and brain and eyeball, crunch it and eat it for 40 grand. Would you do it?
Nah.
Do I know the cat?
How many cats do you know?
Do you know what I mean? No, but is it a personal relation?
He's going around. All right,
Do we see it by
all
ours?
right, Garfield.
That's
mate.
what I'm saying, Garfield, man.
Do we see it by ours? Do we see it by ours, or is it a stray cat? Do you know what I mean?
Kitten, it's like a week
How
old.
big's a kitten's head, though? Because, like,
Nah, it's
Oh, that's
tiny,
bad,
isn't
that.
it? Yeah, it's
It's
tiny.
fucking like that, lads. Huh?
how you
that.
crunching skull, though, mate?
Yeah,
Nah,
lads.
40
You're going to
yeah.
need some fucking
Yeah.
veneers after
If
that,
I don't
aren't you?
know the cat
Nah.
and I can get 40 grand, yeah.
If I don't know the cat.
If I knew the cat, then maybe 50.
If it's not one of the boys, then yeah.
Yeah, Premium Rayford's one of the boys.
It's James Corden and cats just scranning its head off.
Ah, they fucking hate James.
Do you know what?
Corden,
There was some
Do
kid
you
back in the
actually?
day.
Yeah.
Can't stand the
I had
cunt,
this
right?
conversation in work the other day. Someone said the exact same thing, and I was
I
like,
don't like James Corden no
It's
more.
'cause
He
everyone's
sold
gone 'cause
himself. He sold himself big time.
Have you seen the way there's
He's
loads of people...
changed and he went to America instead of doing shit over here.
Look at him get pissed.
Listen,
Listen, if you're watching,
I used to
James
love.
Corden,
I used to like you when you were Smithy, lads.
You
now,
did
now,
that,
now-
didn't
you've
he?
altered.
yeah, nah,
It's
lad,
not
he's
even that he
changed.
went to America, like, good on him for, like,
Yeah.
bettering himself.
But he changed
It's just
by
the way
going
he
over
turned
there.
into a proper dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, did you see that video of him? It was at some point last year. Stood at the lights with loads of people from his fucking show, and they were all in these mad
Dancing,
costumes.
yeah.
Like, out windows going...
Yeah,
Like,
stopping
I
traffic and
put
that.
the windows on and spit in his face, you know.
Do you know what, to be fair, from a content point of view, I can agree to that, because you look at when
He's
he
a
did A League of
wanker.
Their Own, and it was kind of like this, where it's free-flowing.
Yeah.
He went
Yeah.
off a little script, but then they just made it funny,
No offense,
and he
though.
didn't care, and
Obviously,
now
we're
he's
saying
doing
that he
that.
sold himself and that, but lad, if the Late Show in America comes up to you and says, here's 50 mil,
Lad,
you're
I'd
going
do
to
it,
sell
but
your soul. But
I'd go and do the show, but I wouldn't carry on the way he does.
you say that though, but with money involved, lad.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Do you not think he's capitalising on the content that he needs to produce to keep up?
He
Do you
probably
know
is,
what I
still
mean?
don't like him.
Because the only time I ever see like Jimmy Fallon or anything like that is either on TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
I
don't
wouldn't
watch it.
sit there and
I've
watch
seen
his
that.
shows. You
I've
know
seen
what I
that
mean?
Yeah.
Chance the Rapper doing Nelly in Country Rock or whatever.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
heavy.
Yeah.
Lad, that's
Aye,
sick.
a fucking tune
That's
that
sick.
in it.
That's a banger. Yeah, lads. Yeah, let me
True.
try and get up while you
Hey.
just carry on.
Question. Is it with that
Question.
horrible? I want you to go into the deepest, darkest corners of
No,
your
no,
mind.
I'll start off light. All right,
His dad
so,
tried to kill a dog, so this could go.
This is gonna
This
be
could go
fun.
south.
my man's still alive, you don't know about?
Dad's not.
Alas.
That isn't it. That
Yeah,
one.
I'm sorry.
So did the rope round his neck, fucking hit the nerve and like,
See, I made a joke. You made it real so quickly. So quickly.
Yeah.
Like, deepest,
that's the
darkest
one
corners.
regret I have, right? Is not finding a man and jumping on him like a swing in the fucking
Oh
park.
my,
That'd be
that's
boss.
your one regret,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it? That's
Imagine
the
how much
one
fun you'd
regret.
have. Yeah.
Mad you are. I'm running out of words to
He is
describe
seeing
you,
a
you know.
different side of me now. So like,
When I pull up and I see you outside, I'm like locking my doors.
Him
and
kicking
staying
the
in
bin
car,
makes
lads.
more sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
There was a
Sitting
body
with
in
a bin on his
there.
own.
There was a body in there.
I've got
It was his dad's
Listen.
dog.
Smelled like there's a body in there yesterday. It fucking stunk like it was horrible. Anyway, right, I won't go dark yet. Right.
Have we not already gone dark?
No.
It's not dark.
Eat cats, kill your dog.
Yeah, I know Danny used to do some combat sports, right?
Very briefly.
Briefly, yeah, right.
He had one
So-
white collar MMA.
Yeah.
It was 3 and I'm 3-0. I'm an undefeated mixed man. I retired undefeated. How many martial artists can say that? Me and Khabib, I think that's it. Know what I mean?
Khabib.
I'm
So,
not saying we're in the same league, but like who else has done what we've done in the
League-
sport?
league,
No
you know.
one.
Change the
so
game.
you're back in the gym. You're back in the gym, right? Loads of lads in the gym, all sweating. Loads of fellas fucking dead hard and all that, right? You've got like fucking an apparatus, right? You've got to climb on top of this apparatus, right? To drop your kicks and just dangle your ball out and just let them fucking speedball
bag
it.
it.
Yeah, how much? Just a
How long for?
10 lads in the gym, 60 seconds each on the fucking speedball. On your
Hey,
bag, just like that.
I'm gonna
that's
say
10 minutes,
I'm gonna say 20 grand. I'd need at least 2 grand a minute.
Nah, I was going to say well more than that.
You're on your
That
back.
pain in your
bruised
balls
out.
are big time, lad. Do you know what I mean? Like one hit, you're probably already crying. So imagine 10 minutes that. I'd need like 500 grand, me, to be honest.
I was
To
about
push
go,
myself through it,
Like, I
yeah.
was about to go like hundreds of grand.
Yeah.
20
To push
grand
yourself
was
through it,
out.
like, because that becomes mind over matter.
Yeah, but
that.
To be fair, though,
if there's 20
like,
grand cash in
After
front
the,
of you,
after the first minute, you're feeling nothing.
Yeah, I
None.
that's
suppose.
probably true.
You think?
You're definitely never having kids,
Have
though,
you
are
ever-
you?
But this is
No,
the thing. Have you ever
definitely
like
not.
you've knocked your balls and then you feel it go
Getting
right
flicked
up into
is
you?
worse
Like,
than getting jabbed.
That's like
Nah.
a free
do
vasectomy,
you know
though,
what I
innit?
mean?
Do you know what I
Hey,
mean?
I've got 4 kids. I need a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Give us money.
Yeah.
In the gym
Yeah,
now.
you do, lad.
Gaddy's paying 5 to
I'd say about
Throw a
half a
fail into
mil.
them.
Yeah, half a mil, I'd do it.
Half a mil,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, lad.
Think about it though. There's your future gone of kids.
So?
You're in so much like you
But
could put
McDonald actually
lad,
finds them.
She found one on the stage when she got fucking choked on by that cake. Remember that? I remember watching that
once you get to
live.
wear
And
the
I was
cake,
like,
the
that is
fucking vampire.
incredible.
Nah, but you've got that. Then you've got
Vampire.
you could pass out from that pain. Fuck
definitely.
that, mate. 20
Yeah,
grand
but when
for
you wake
that.
up, you got 20 grand in your ass.
What's that story where
mate.
someone, what is it? Someone was like injecting this lad with, well, they were torturing this kid anyway, and he would inject him with adrenaline and like punching, like getting a hammer on his balls and just wouldn't stop. But so he wouldn't pass out, just kept pumping him with adrenaline.
What have you been watching, lad?
Nah, I
fucking
seen
Pain
it.
Olympics.
I seen it somewhere years ago, lad. That's
Years
a true
ago.
story. That like
It was
that.
a man, dad,
People
is
do
like-
that for torture.
Everyone.
Yeah, that was my man and dad. Nah, it was on the anniversary. That.
Do you know what I reckon, right? What I reckon the worst form of torture ever to be, right? They used to, they went in like the Vietnam War, the
Was you there?
Vietnamese, you weren't there, man.
You weren't there, man. You
were
haven't
in the
seen what I've
trees.
seen,
One
man.
time in band camp.
When he had captured the American soldiers, they'd tie them up straight and lie them like that, and then they'd have like a bamboo thing with like, and it just drops of water.
Oh, yeah.
Every 10 seconds, and they'd leave them there. And at first, it meant to just feel like a drop, but they reckon after a certain amount of time, it feels like you're
Insanity.
getting punched in the head. Because
Really?
you can't
They do it out of
nothing
sync
about
as well.
it. And like, they reckon it genuinely.
That is naughty,
They reckon
that, isn't
they but like it used to genuinely drive people insane.
You do it out of sync as well, so like you don't expect it. So like you're just like on edge like the whole time.
Imagine the fella just on top going, here comes now.
Yeah. Isn't that originally from like a Chinese torture method though?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure it is, you know,
not
I'm
very
sure
cool
it is,
on
lad.
me,
On your
East
torture.
The
Asian
Chinese, they're
torture
polite, lad. They don't like stabbing people, so they just drop water on them every now and then.
Closest I've come to
Nah,
Chinese
that's heavy,
torture when I order something the chippy and they get the order wrong. I'm like, you little dickheads, you've tortured me there because I don't like bean sprouts, you little prick. I said no bean sprouts in my chow mein and it's fucking come with bean sprouts in,
I don't
pure
mind the bean
torture.
sprout, you know.
I don't like it. But
man.
I'm not a bit. Do you know what? When I go to Chinese, I don't know if anyone else is like this. I don't order Chinese food, mate.
No.
I order like
Chips,
chips,
baby.
Why are
fucking
you
curry and
going
all that.
Chinese?
I know. I don't know. I'm uneducated in the
I love a
Chinese
salt and pepper chicken, me.
cuisine. No, a salt and pepper. Is that Chinese? Is that a Chinese
it's
scran? No,
not.
it's
To be fair,
not.
No, it's just shit. I
It's
feel
just
like
a
if you
scran,
go
innit?
outside of Liverpool to an actual Chinese gaff, they're not
They don't
serving
do
that.
salt and pepper chicken the same way.
Or
no.
even just a Chinese place, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wouldn't do
Thing
it.
is,
I
though,
don't see it.
I went to school with a lot of Chinese lads, right? I went round to his one night for tea and I thought, get in, I'm having some pepper chicken and fucking fried rice here and everything, right? And
Turned
his
up with
half
curry,
fella
rice and
cooked me
chips.
proper Chinese food and I was like, wow, what's this? This isn't Chinese
There's
food.
no yellow
Squid
shit
and
on
that.
the
And he was
table.
like,
Yeah, it was.
And he was like,
yellow and pink stuff. Yeah, it was
and he
that.
was like, lad, what you eat in the chippy isn't Chinese food. He said, if you lived in the Chinese every day, he said, you'd be a fat cunt. He said, have you ever seen a fat Chinese person? And I went,
True that.
yeah, touche, I haven't.
That's actually a very good
100%.
point.
Mhm. So,
Isn't
So,
that
yeah.
a true fact that Asian, like this isn't racial, by the way, Asians don't grow or they can't grow beards? I swear, you tell me
wow,
one.
he's so
You
racist,
tell me
isn't he?
one with a
Oh,
beard.
yeah.
You tell me
No,
one with a beard.
I know a few.
I've seen this fact.
I
With
know
a
few.
with a full on beard.
Yeah.
I'm chatting shit then, I'm sorry.
Sorry
And
for
you're
the
racist.
Asian
Sorry for the Asians, yeah.
We love your beards.
I heard, no wait, Koreans, no, it's a certain Asian countries.
That
You know what I mean?
whole of yours,
Koreans or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I'm digging
Yeah.
a soul, yeah, listen.
You're in
Kim
Stoke.
Jong-un,
You're going next. I was gonna say you're going next.
Kim
That's
Jong-un,
fun.
don't come for me, lads. I was only
Right,
messing.
sound back on the questions, right?
Right, we'll do one or two more. 'Cause
Right.
We're on nearly an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
let's finish up with some questions. So, right, you're back in school. You're in Woodtech.
Okay.
You're in Woodtech,
Favourite
right?
lesson in school.
Yeah. The Woodtech teacher comes in, opens his little satchel. He's got 123 grand, random number. But he's
Okay.
like,
Still a lot of money though.
he was like, listen, I had a fucking mad brass last night with loads of limo. We had to spend 2 grand on it, so that's why.
Okay, yeah,
He had
yeah,
reasons for it, right? And he's like, listen, 123 grand is yours. He said, but he turned the belt sander on. You know, the ones that's just like fucking. You just gotta get your fucking fist and just slide your knuckles onto it for 20 seconds like that, lad, against the belt sander.
You lose fingers.
Nah.
No, you would.
Skin.
The belt
Can we
sander just take
negotiate
it right
on the
off
time?
straight away, wouldn't it?
That's not taking prisoners. That lad, you're losing
Yeah.
fucking half your hand in 20 seconds.
If
That's
you're
a long
talking
time.
about 5 seconds, there's a potential that that's happening.
Yeah,
20 seconds,
yeah.
nah.
If we're saying 5 or 10, I'm doing it, but at 20 seconds, I reckon you're losing up to there on your hand easy.
Yeah.
You're losing half your hand. I'm not
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
for
I
any
would imagine
amount of
that.
money.
Imagine that
Nah,
like
I'd
first
lose half my
contact
hand.
then. Nah.
I'd take dough to lose an hand, yeah.
Ah, you're a gold
Me left
digger,
hand.
you know.
You're a gold digger,
You're
you
Me
a
left
lad.
hand,
heavy,
yeah.
lad. You're
Me
doing
left
some
hand.
fucked up shit.
Once his
come on.
hand's gone, he'll
Anyone
just jack the hole in his fist.
Yeah, like, obviously. But nah, about 100 grand and I'd lose my left hand.
123 bags, lad.
Yeah, 100 grand and I'd do
I
it.
don't reckon I could do that one,
I
you know.
couldn't, lad.
you know,
That
Because besides
first
the point-
contact, lad.
Besides
nah.
the point of actually losing half my hand, like, that would, I reckon, honestly, that'd be one of the most unbearable forms of pain in the
Yeah.
world.
Bone scraping, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The bone
Cause
bit. Got nerves all in your bone, innit?
Nah, that's.
I'll
not-
admit my pain threshold is not that high. Like,
Nah, he's not-
I'm
he's
almost
not-
like
he's
crying
not
off
a
pins
tattoo,
and
lad.
needles. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just
I've had pins and needles,
Do you know what I mean?
you can't
But it's one of them where you can't like step on the ground and fix
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
so it
yeah.
just hurt. I couldn't be doing that shit for 20 seconds, mate.
Nah,
Not a chance.
nah.
I'd
But
just
with
pass out
dough in
from
front
the
of you,
pain.
lad, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? With dough in front of you,
Jesus,
I think you could do
sound.
anything with 100 grand in cash in front of you.
Nah,
You could push
now I
yourself
think,
the
now I
most.
thought about it properly, that's just proper like
20
hurt
That's
me.
seconds
pain,
is
innit?
like,
No, that's
fucking
a lot.
torture.
Because
to
imagine
yourself.
When you
the
think about-
bone
when you
slapping
think about it,
you in
like,
the face
You've
and-
got to be mentally strong to fucking do that.
Gotta be,
Yeah,
no,
mind
you're
over
not
matter,
gonna
innit?
be- you're gonna be mentally fucked up to do that.
To be fair though as well, it depends how fast and how hard you're pushing. So if you just kind of
You
like,
said you've got to stick it in.
yeah, like,
You've got to like...
not like fucking, you've got to gradually, as your skin's going away, you've got to push it and push it and
Lad,
push
it's
it.
not just your
I'll
skin
pass
going away after a while, it's your
I'll
bone,
stay
innit?
broke, mate.
after the first couple of milliseconds, I just straight onto knuckles.
Yeah.
that.
I
That
don't reckon I
skin,
could do that.
that skin's
Nah.
coming off.
I don't think I could
That's
do that
horrible,
one.
isn't it?
Yeah, I've got one.
I'd do it for 100 bag, like.
I've got a horrible one
Have
here.
you?
Fair play.
Like, and
do.
every
100
time,
bags,
the
100
first
bags.
time I got asked this
Every day's a
question,
graft day.
first time I got asked this question, I genuinely went, oh, right, how much would it cost for yous? I'm not putting a price on this.
Go on.
You can pick it your foot. You've got to put a toothpick under each toenail
Ah, no,
and
this
take a
one as
run
well.
up. And if you're taking a free kick and fucking volley a wall,
I've lost the
How
toenail, lad,
much?
that's pain, lad, you know.
how much?
I've lost toenails.
Yeah, lad,
Or an
that's
ingrown
pain.
one.
Oh, they're
Oh,
bad,
I
them.
don't want heavy.
They're bad, them.
I had an ingrown fingernail, lad, and lad, my finger just went like a big yellow fucking light bulb,
that's
lad.
horrible,
Oh,
You
lad, it
feel
was
spots on
horrible.
your arse, don't you?
Yeah.
Get the pulse going.
How
Like
much
anal
to
beads, innit?
actually do that, though?
Like, I'm not going to give you a price.
I'd have to be well over 2 mil.
Really?
Listen, lad, money talks,
No,
lad.
man.
Like, you've got to think about this. Right?
Less,
Like,
lad. Your
honestly, like,
toenails grow back anyway.
let's say Clive comes in with the briefcase.
Who's Clive?
This is always the fella that
It's the
offers the
fella by
money.
his nan's who lives in fucking Pottins.
He's a
collects
recurring
all the rent.
character. Like,
JCB full of notes.
Clive comes in with the briefcase, and then he opens it, and there's
He only
400
accepts
grand in it.
£2
I reckon you're doing it.
No,
400.
400. Lad, if he opens it and there's 100 grand, you're doing it.
1 foot.
Well, yeah, only
One
once.
Just a 1 foot.
I've said this though, you don't
Well,
really use your
potentially I could
feet
be
for
doing
much,
that.
lad.
Only walking.
Yeah, only walking,
Yeah, but
driving,
you can buy
and everything else
you can
in
buy
your
a
life.
fake foot.
What?
You can buy a fake foot, and
Where
it does
are
the
you getting
same.
the stability?
No,
to-
but listen, I get it with your hand. No. Everyone from home is going to agree with me, you know, swear down.
You're
But
fucking
your
like
hand,
robots,
yeah, you
or
use it
you
to
know.
pick up stuff, do stuff, whatever. Your feet and your legs, all you do is walk with them.
Right, okay,
All
genuinely
you do
speaking.
is walk.
What else do you do then?
Lad, your entire body
Volley
strength
dogs.
comes from your
Well, yeah, you
legs.
can't
Right,
obviously.
genuinely speaking, anyone watching,
People
on
do
the
agree with me, I
YouTube,
swear down.
comment below.
Yeah.
Would you do it for 100 grand? I am putting a price on it for 100 grand.
Lad,
We've
Yes,
just gone from 2 mil to 400k
Money
now,
talks.
100k.
Yeah.
money.
I don't like this
Recession's on,
Clive,
Jay.
me, you know.
Listen,
We're going through
lad,
austerity,
right,
I don't
mate.
like this
The
Clive.
fucking
Now,
nightmare.
listen,
The
mate.
economy's on its arse.
I'm
yeah.
31, 4 kids, like, with about 27 grand's worth of debt on my head, right? If I could clear that debt, I'm not even messing.
I hear I'm
And I
getting.
what? And I what?
Age
And
of
I-
our season,
Clear
37
that
grand
debt,
left.
right? Clear that debt. Get rid of my old taxi of a car, right? Get myself an half decent car, couple of years insurance paid out, right, and all that on it, and have about 50
doing
bag
that.
in the bank. I'd volley a wall with fucking
Force.
Yeah.
We're on the same page, I'll do it.
toothpicks in me. So, lad,
Fair
it's a
enough.
lot of money.
No,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
But-
Right. You kick that wall hard. They're not just going to go back into your toenail. They're going to go all the way into your toe.
Yeah, sound.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still do it. I was just trying to make the question out.
100
Nah,
grand,
it's not
100
though, because
grand,
like the only problem I've got with that, it's not going like into the soft part of your toe. It's getting under that part where your toenails are. Do you know what I mean? It's like the little part on your fingernail there where it goes right underneath. That's
Yeah.
painful shit.
Yeah, that's heavy. Your fingernails are bone, effectively, aren't they? Bone mellow, innit?
Yeah, they are.
That's what your fingernails
Is it
are.
bone mellow?
Yeah,
Bone,
yeah.
Mad,
Yeah.
that.
Mad, yeah.
I thought it was
Painful,
pork
innit?
scratchings.
That's why.
It
That's
is.
why pure
Like if
words,
you
innit?
cut them like too fine and like
Too short,
too
innit?
much, yeah, it's
It
fucking
kills, lad.
painful. That is because it is part.
We've been going for just over an hour and a half. Are you all happy with the episode?
Yeah.
Should we call it an episode?
Yeah.
James, thank you very much for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
If ever you're interested in doing any freelance social media work, we're going to link your Instagram in the description. So if you are looking for anything, drop them a message. And if you're not a knobhead, you might say, yeah, who knows. There'll be a link to Orange County CBD in the description. There'll be a link to T-Trade in the description.
T-Trade, yeah.
All of our social medias will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching. We love you all. Mwah. See you in the next one.
Peace.